Yes, I remember. The host asked him a question. After he said what he said, the host asked him, says, 4 people serve already. Do you know if those 4 people did have any 12-year experience? He said, no, he don't know. Don't talk about it. Strike that out. You yourself don't know. Don't elaborate on something. Don't strengthen something that you does not have the correct information. Move on. You don't know, guys. You don't know. And that is just clear. And when the man said, no, we are not going to run up and down. We are going to just solve this situation, what you said. You find different something to whine around. The fact is, no. Okay? Dennis Strong is qualified.
But that is just a distraction because of they know what
hypocrisy.
Yeah, they know what lines they're up to, so they just come with a distraction.
Exactly.
Because
exactly. Squitty was right. Ask him about the same question and try to dog, and Squitty impose it back.
Squitty. I think him should have.
Well, good. Well,
I think him should have answered that question before he move forward.
No. But the first.
That's what the panel is about. When a question asks, you don't beat around it. You answer and then you move on. So I big up Squitty for that. Big up.
I will be sure, so we just move on. All right. This means this addressing thing.
All right. Ian, I hear time now. Talk, Ian.
The first thing, you have to ask him what FID means. Because we have to know what it means, you know.
Financial Investigation Division, bro.
What they do? What they do there?
They investigate financial crime, money laundering and all those things, bro.
Them investigate illicit.
So who them invest everything, bro?
So ask him the question now.
What are you saying?
Ask him the question now. Who hired Dr. Chung? Who hired Dr. Chung?
Dr. Chung, Dennis Strong, put through in certification, in
yes.
And all the years of service him have. Him pull through and come through.
Yo, you guys, everybody is just all over the place. You guys not making any sense.
So I'm asking you a question.
Who hired Dennis Chung? Who hired Dennis Chung?
No,
whosoever hired Dennis Chung need to get fired.
So you are going to fire. Who said to get fired?
Because the requirement at least.
No, ask him. Ask Arrow. You know who hired Dennis Strong?
That's what we're asking him now.
They say it is the board that hired Dennis Chung. The board.
Which board?
Yeah, which board?
Tell me the board.
No, you are
telling me. We are asking you.
You guys trying to make something out of nothing. Tell me the board.
All right, then, Aaron, then make get
that's what you're saying. Because what you guys are saying is not making any sense.
Yeah, but Aaron, you can teach us.
You know, in a sense.
You can learn from you too, you know. They say we don't know, and we're willing to learn from you because you say him not qualified.
Listen. Him no know. Ian.
Me want know.
Ian, I think him just run with a point, and we need to change that. Ask him about KCC. Ask him what
remember him debunk that say
remember them I say
my time again.
Remember them I say Andrew higher. Remember them I say Andrew higher than Dennis Strong, you know.
Yeah, hold on, Guinness.
You know what the service commission. Hold on. Give me a minute. You know what the service commission. Who appoint the service commission board? Hey, Harrow, you know who appoint the people on the service commission board?
Bro, that's not the point.
Jesus Christ.
Answer the question, Arrow. Yes or no, Arrow. Just yes or no, please.
Hold on now. But that's not the point. The point is whosoever employ this man should lose their job because this man is not qualified.
Arrow, stop that nonsense, no man. Just stop it, no man. Just stop it. Don't come and Squitty live and behave like that.
Look how me to kill him now.
Squitty never running a life like that.
Squitty, let me kill the argument. Do you know that the person and the service commission who appointed it was signed off on both the opposition leader and the prime minister and the both side of the fence?
Okay. That's what no one get to, you know.
Harold, do you know that
not the prime minister, but both sides of the fence.
Both sides of the fence, I should say.
All right. Let's move on now.
That's what no one get to, you know.
Hold on, Guinness. Roddy. We have some people in a target, man. Hold on. Roddy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Come in now.
Right now, he must straight for the pen because why do man say he man not qualified? He man more unqualified.
Oh.
You understand? So when we see him do, whether I just nonsense, the PNP just come up with it, they know what happened.
Listen.
Come up with something.
Hold on, Guinness. Come down to you, man. Hold on, Guinness.
Then they come up with something now if distract people, you know. That they might distract and they never, you know. You understand? But me I say right now, I best my to do the job right now.
Just a quick one.
All right, Roddy. What is that? J Nation.
Why? You see how long when they mute my mic, it's a car.
Yeah, man. No, man. Yeah, man. That's why we are moving on the thing you get attacked.
Yeah, man. It's a car we get from one of my friends still. See?
Yeah.
But me I say, why people find for your program? Me I ask you. Me don't know what you do. Me just have to ask still. Because one of my friends called me and tell me, say, boy, if your uncle in law today, right now, your uncle in law 39 grave. Because I know, say, we used to grow up in a politics, so we know politics. See? So me I tell him, say, me I beg him to come over, come say something because I'm a pass. That's something. He might listen to me now, see later. I beg him to
just tell me for last 16, man, and then just send a request.
Mr. Me, I'm begging to just come, man. Nobody now. We are reading at Jamaica, the whole we are.
It's a PNP.
Yeah, man, but I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid. Yeah. You see, but him can't. Why nobody no want to come time? Look at what I read on both sides. Everybody, we just want. We can't trust people in a way. We just want what I read. We want to see.
Where in the England?
Eh?
Where in the England?
No, I'm do over that side. I support the Jamaica now. We know him laughing and say so now. We don't know what them listen. Them listen. See me, man. I do something there.
Where name?
Well, I forgot look.
No, what you say the brother name?
Eh?
What you say the brother name? Are you uncle?
What name Panda? I don't know where they call him Panda, but
yeah, man, just tell me him name. I'll give him a shout out, man.
Yeah, give him a shout out.
Yeah, where name?
We call him Rat still. I hope him not believe. So we
call him Rat?
Yeah. Come in, Rat, and stop.
Yeah, that's another yard man have them name there. Yes, Rat. Big up yourself, Rat.
Yeah, man. You
have your teeth now. Go on, listen to show out chat. Now you a Rat.
Yeah.
All right. Gather to your nation. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me I beg you, man, to just come in the whole of it because the whole of it, you know, we want to say what you say, why you choose that. You understand? Just that simple. So what you see in it, what you see the benefit, what you see go on. It just eat or something. Just simple. Anything you want come. We now war a civilized time. We like the program. And that's it there for. We're not there to curse nobody. Everybody are one because in a point, every one of we have friends and family from both parties. You understand? So we not hurt nobody. So we know in that. We know in that. You know me, man. Because you know, they do when we run in an election over here the last time, and I know, say, because my mother run as one side. Because you remember me that tell you, say, my mother was in a politics over here. She was the first black man, you know, she did Vulgar James, you see. And when we run as in we run for the opposite side. And as she was.
Which state you say there?
Eh?
Which state that is?
In London.
Oh, in London, okay.
Don't know my mother they doing in one place in Islington near a place in King's Cross. First black mayor. If you Google it, you can see. So me know politics from both sides because my first vote when me vote for PNP about 4 different times. And then after you just it and then but now I say them never there do you know, them there work in a certain time because I remember when they are big a pipe with them called the tank well water for one go. I go from St. Thomas got out. So them do little thing, but after them first set of people, the other one they will come in, them start, then they not do. And the promise where I promise because as me say the PNP they have searches in pipeline still, you know. You see, but you take too long for deal with your car and they wait last time. Make we do something I ain't trying to say now. They must say, boy, my government did have this in a pipeline. We not say nothing. But the action them are dealing with, the government are dealing with now. You see? How that? Somebody say, yo, berries. How it is? Daddy, now.
All right, nation. What is that, nation? Rig trigger. Yeah, rig.
1 second.
You reach over there, so. You reach over there, so.
Huh?
Yeah,
are you next up time? No matter. Well, I know. We're coming right down to the end, man. Yeah.
All right, go on.
We see that on the agenda now. We can me everybody talk to Arrow already, so I'm not gonna bother waste my time go there, so right now. But as far as I'm concerned, make the chips fall with me.
Yeah.
Make the chips fall with me.
And you mean with the Lawrence Road thing there?
With the Lawrence Road situation, let the chips fall with me.
Yeah, yeah.
But Daddy did it, and him make the chips fall with me. And he make me touch Arrow. Arrow needs to start to speak from a place of fact more than speculation. Guys, you know the role of the government agency. They make no sense to come here and just talk flat out because everything they are with fingertip right now, my brother. Just a word, same kind word of advice to you, sir. I learn for now. Later on, we come back.
All right. Team Mato.
Yeah, as me I say, you know, this program, you know, is for highlight and for teach, you know, and for we come together, you know. And even this program enlighten we and make even when the platform can even listen to me we are talk or listen to the other man and see the level of biasness where no for we lack of as big man and we must real. You understand? Me not go this year put you down because you know have nothing or this not really mention about your shoe stand or show you not have no class. This is about facts, brother. And if you have honesty in you, every man if you have a conscience, brother. The man qualification put him there, and we're supposed to respect that. Take a look at what the PNP have done recently for this week. Organize some people and send them out in Jamaica to come and demonstrate. Tell me about the demonstration. When the newsroom attacked those people not even know what the FID stand for. Them don't have the information. So when the wider world, which is everybody who are overseas and that spread across in a Jamaica, and when Jamaica people look and see how the TVG and CVM and people start to interview those people, and those people not even know what they are demonstrating for. That is a big blow to the PNP party and shows that these comebacks not even can run a country. People are not dumb, are not novice. Look here, we living in a modern world. A real people are taught this. A real platform. Things are real, and PNP just can't solve the puzzle. You no lose, you no make no sense. And when the 17-year-old see this or the 18-year-old and people who were got sixth farm and second farm, them just say, look there, PNP a real joker. You give those people the opportunity to say you're a joker and to say anything about you and no vote for you because this is what you demonstrate. A whole bunch of infilade. You demonstrate when the newsroom step to you, put the mic to you and say you fi talk, you're supposed to can able to tell the people them why you're demonstrating and what you're demonstrating about, and the news read and everybody see that. The people them say 6.5 does that, them don't know nothing and they just become a big laughter and a marking and a mockingbird. So now tell me now, we in Jamaica are going to elect those people in power to do what? To power what? To drive what? To drive what? Listen. You sell your prime minister. This is the way to go. We are all a bunch of idiots. Jamaica grown, Jamaica mature, and we are not going back. And I land there.
All right. Yeah, man, we're going to rotate the back.
Real talk.
Yeah, yes, brother. Guinness.
I real talk. Real talk.
Yeah. As me I say, brother, now if you do no research, it don't make no sense to come out and just speak for things you don't really know about and don't have no understanding. And the same people them wanna follow. The same people them wanna follow are telling you, and then are telling you what the things them stand for. what this a department stand for. And this, and you know, just listen to what people are saying, and not just say, at that. The man not supposed to, the man not qualified. So the man where you care about or respect, I tell you, say, all right, he not supposed to did it. You are going to say, oh, he not supposed to did it. But do you look at the man qualification? Do you know who hired this man? The man who hired him come back out and tell us he not qualified.
The man is just a regular accountant, brother.
But you cannot do that, bro. You have to, brother, you have to do no research.
Bro, the documents me up, bro. The documents me up. And then it's strong, brother.
Well, the man is not just an ordinary accountant. The man is a chartered accountant.
The man is a chartered accountant, bro. The man working in a separate department. The man
Squitty, you wouldn't know the difference in a Squitty.
Listen,
I think early school in a 9th grade, you wouldn't know the difference.
The man working at football federation. The man working at football federation. The man clean up. The man work with Deering and Bunting and Goalie. The same man where come out and tell us.
Exactly, sir.
The man work with Porsche Simpson.
And the man never have a criminal record yet.
And the man, when I say the man, want 12 years out of experience, the man is always working in departments, bro. So one more, this man just a chicken up. I will not fall for it. I only now look stupid now when you come from platform.
I just want to say this out of your time. Me just want to say this out of your time. Me just want to say this. PNP are not in government. They must act like they are not in government.
Yeah. The plan is, you know, they might try to dictate the government. That is what they might do.
Yes.
They can do anything for win power now. So them come out
everything.
And tell you anything. They come out and tell you anything. That means when they get in a power, they can't come tell you the same thing. They can't come do the same thing. Tell you anything.
False information they are spreading.
Guinness.
Yeah, because
Guinness.
Yeah?
I will call the dragon on the platform who's quitting our power. Lord cat yata.
No, listen up. Because I say.
I will call the dragon tonight.
Suppose them for in a power now. They just wrap up everything going on. Because that is what they always doing for a long time. Even at the 18 years when they're in a power. That is what they do. They wrap up things going on. And the amount of corruption they do.
But you're saying the value come of it? When they're in a power, you're saying the value come of it?
No value, sir. No value. Just say no value. No value.
When you look at this government now, and the PNP government, you look stupid because you can see this, what this government doing. And the opposition now is putting in our head now, say, oh, this government is not doing it. I want to still be there, say, oh, the government not do nothing. And the amount of things I do.
It's
never done in a no government.
Before your time up, sir. Before your time up, my friend, ask everybody on the panel, because your time. This question, ask everybody on this platform. This is for we on the platform. And just please do. After me say, just ask them, say, no matter how you go into a car match, you go buy a car or a truck or a van, but it's pretty, and that vehicle now perform if they would have still buy. Ask them.
No, me not buy it.
It's pretty. I latest. Everything nice about it.
Me not buy.
Okay, that is PNP party. JLP party is the one who shine, perform, and build Jamaica and the world see and know, and we have to accept that.
We don't have to understand. We don't have to understand.
Hold on, Guinness. We move up top. Arrow. Want to take out on a pen and paper and write down what Arrow saying. I think we don't want the bunk. Arrow. Arrow, unmute your mic now, brother. Touch your picture and touch your mic.
We are mixing up everything.
Arrow, yeah, I'm there. Hold on, I'm there.
Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying before, as he just make the statement referring, if you go into a car mart and you see a car and the car look pretty.
Yeah.
But the car look pretty, but the car have some defect if you would buy it. And he said, no, nobody is not going to buy it. It's the same thing, bro. Dennis Chung have defects. So why you don't want me to buy him?
The thing is still, we have to just understand still, because some of the time we have to can't just jump on things. So some of the time we have to look on a wider scale and see where you're going. Because as you say, if somebody had to buy the vehicle where you see that the car mart will look good, you understand? Well, right now, my honest opinion, when we buy it and say we can fix it, but if it can't fix it, you have to just dump it.
You never listen to my question. The question that me ask, me say the vehicle look good, it's at the latest, but that vehicle is of no use. I just look good.
Hold on, man. When I carry this thing out of if you're talking, please, make him talk, man.
Alright, so,
Yeah,
and I would say it again. This is my point. If you, as an individual, need to go higher in life, in a position to get a more, credible position so you can earn serious money, like a CEO, and you don't have any degree, first, you would have to go back to school to get a degree to qualify for it.
I don't know that.
All right, which degree would I want now?
No. I'm just using a reference.
All of that way I thought that is true.
I'm just using
all what you're saying there right now, it is true, and we understand.
Squitty, you know, Squitty, why me can respect your program? Me understand our question because the man have a master's. What am I talk about? What am I talking about?
Listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying he does not have. Listen what I'm saying.
Ara, listen when me ask that question. I want you answer me.
Yeah.
Then, what you say him not qualify? What else him need to be qualified?
I'm saying if you go by this here,
answer me, brother.
No, listen to me.
What the man want to be qualified?
Answer the question, or you just leave it alone.
Answer the question, or just don't bother with that again.
You need 12 years of experience in line.
Aro, is either you go answer the host, or you just leave off of that and we change it to a different topic, and that would be fair for all of us.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. As she come, I'm gone. I don't talk to this girl. You 12 years. Listen to me. Listen to me. You need 12 years of experience in law enforcement.
But Aro, to be frank with you, leave the conversation alone and stop it. Next topic. Next topic.
They took it out, Aro, them take it out of the qualification list.
Why you gonna water down something to go to someone level?
Before, Arrow,
it's not.
Arrow, it was watered down. Arrow,
listen to me, bro. You guys are like cults.
Squitty asked the biggest question. The host is the only one that asked the biggest question. The host asked, Arrow said, for other persons serving that position, if they have the 12-year experience, he said he don't know. Well, leave it alone. That's what I'm saying.
Arrow, they've never have it.
It's my time. You just give me my time.
You keep on repeating about the 12th year.
Arrow, you have 1 minute to talk. You have a minute left.
I can't have 1 minute to talk, bro.
Give
1 minute you have. 1 minute. Because you're not making no sense.
But I can't talk.
I can't even talk. I don't talk 2 minutes, so I have one.
Arrow, go on.
I'm gonna go back again and said.
We don't want him running.
You need at least 12 years of experience in law enforcement.
Sure.
So you say
you need at least 4
Let me out of the back, Squitty. Squitty, drop me out of the back, Squitty. Just drop me out of the back. Please, me I beg you. Please, answer. Just drop me out of the back.
Nah,
Can't take them a nonsense.
Yeah, go on, talk, Arrow.
You need 5 years
We have only for things to talk to
at
Arrow about.
senior levels. At senior levels of law enforcement. And when you say senior level, it don't mean a little constable or a little corporal or so. It means a ranking member. My question to you is that in life, if you want to upgrade from a normal job, you want to go to be a CEO, whatever, you have to go to school to upgrade yourself. I have never
what about
seen,
the other four that
I have never seen in life a company water down their standard to accommodate someone.
Hold on, before your time up, Arrow. I may ask you a question before I go ask you again. The 4 predecessors were there before him. If they may have the same qualification, we have Balong, same no have.
Yo. If you can't say I'm not jump off,
answer that.
Yo, no can't time me up, bro.
Oh, you
jump off, bro.
Hold on.
You're the bone right now.
Ball said this man. Give me a chance, come on. Hold on now. Hold on. Ara.
Yes.
The same question, the same qualification where you say the man want.
Yes.
What on a ball don't say no have.
No, bro.
All right, hold on.
No, bro. Uno the talk on, all right, look at it. Uno attack on a labor right aspect. I am talking.
Hold on, Arrow. Let me mute your mic. Because you're talking, you're not listening.
Well,
let me ask you again, brother. Because you said the man are qualified. I may ask you, say the 4 predecessors were there before him when I run the place. If them have a qualification, what Uno said the man not have.
They have qualification.
All right, look them up.
All right, don't talk.
They have qualification. Well, me squitty, me more slippery than your brother. They have qualification. This man have none.
All right, Arrow. Original goody, step up.
Hold on, because
step up, goody.
That man in office are running mode, and when I understand labor rights, we're in an election mode. We're not supposed to be on a platform, have no PNP, and set the narrative for no argument. It was revealed today that
Goody, who is you, Goody?
Hey, my time now. Dayton Campbell, Swaby, and the rest of the bandits them in a PNP and take KSMNC money and get done. That's the topic for tonight, because when Ara comes talk about Dennis Strong is not qualified, Ara, what is your level of qualification? How dare you come on a platform and what me and talk about the man no qualify? What year level of qualification? Because show we your assets on a PNP love talk about people qualification. Make we go qualification for qualification. Show your qualification against Dennis Strong. Because
don't qualify because
Walan man, because on up here run drop with PNP. Norman Scott, the mayor of Spanish Town, wants to be MP at St. Elizabeth. Almost 80 years old. Why am qualifications to move up from councillor, mayor to MP? Peter Phillips' son, down in Manchester with 1 CXC. Why am qualification? You run. Why am qualification? Mark Golding, who was opposition spokesman and finance. Why Mark Golding qualification? Like, make it make sense. Peter Bunting, who was Minister of Security, what qualification? What was Portia Simpson Miller's qualification? We don't love talk about education and the PNP, and all PNP was for education. And we don't know nothing about education. What come back and show why you're qualification, because all you come on a platform, come disrespect a nation builder like Dennis Strong. How dare you? Why you never qualification? Because you look like your mother left you a fair yard when she got a market. Fit out cow. How was the done illiterate one them one come on platform come disrespect people? I'm talking about 12 years, but 12 years that was qualification. What is Mark Golding? What is Wickham McNeil, a 5-time MP, a failed reject? What is his qualification to one? Go back at Trelawney, go represent the people them. What is Damian Crawford's qualification?
Why you make the man run?
Lisa, you have to run. Because on the up here as labor rights,
you have to run, man.
A tiptoe around this man. When a scandal back out to the PNP, when they might take taxpayers' money, I take taxpayers' money as it's done. And then I come talk about the man qualification.
We have Cosmo, you know. Cosmo come take over now.
Come, another PNP to be.
I ask you a question. I ask you a question. The qualification requirements that was put in the position for the director of the FID. Who create that? Who made that up?
Same man never make it up, but the same man never take it over.
I ask you who make it up.
Same service commission now. We put it in, take it over because they cannot find nobody with competence.
Talk up in the mic, Ian. Talk up in the mic.
Same to them scripted. We met the service commission there, put it in, found out that the man with the qualification we can do the job don't have the 12-year experience in line. So them took it out. They exempt it out.
So if there is so hold on.
Hold on now. You ask a question. So the 4 man never served before didn't have it. So why Uno want put it in back?
Hold on. Stop. The PNP make the qualification requirement.
Listen, Squitty, we don't want to talk about them strong. We want to talk about what.
So the problem is,
hold on, man. The PNP make the qualification requirements.
No, man, we never. You
No. Because on the up here, I got to talk about PNP, this and that, something.
No, man, no, don't say that.
Listen,
all right, we done that.
PNP did that, brethren.
That's what you said even a while ago. You just said that.
No, the service commission is the PNP.
Who appointed the service commission?
This last service commission was appointed by Bruce Golden.
And who?
Bruce Golden.
And who?
Bruce Golden.
The two part of hello, sir.
Bruce Golden appointed the service commission. Bruce Golden was not prime minister. It was Bruce Golden as prime minister.
About service commission. What is the office of the services commission?
Good.
What is the office of the services commission?
Next
topic. Have you ever worked again in the public sector?
Everybody mute your mic, please. Mute your mic. Brother, on the mute on the mic. Cosmo.
Yes.
Next topic. Tell me what going on at KSMSC.
You work at KSMSC, so we can't
You work at SID? You work at SID?
So if there's an investigation going on in KSMSC, why don't you make the investigation?
No investigation.
Hold on, man. I saw my Cosmo, the brother, one man. Hold on, man. Cosmo.
The another time I have to laugh so loud.
Them say, hold on, man. It company news. Say, Lawrence will bring him phone. Upon Mocha. And Mocha take out the picture of them and the information and the text and everything. And them thing there and how much money this and money this go there saying a bag.
Then make the investigation go on. Hold on, man. Make the investigation. Make the investigation go on, and whosoever is supposed to be.
So, Andrew, hold on.
That look like a father.
Hold on. Give me a second. One second.
So hold on. So Squitty.
Yeah.
There's accusation of corruption going on in the KSMSC, right?
Yeah.
And somebody have evidence of it.
In your opinion.
And I'm answering in my opinion. And I'm saying if there's an accusation going on down there, that there's corruption going on down there, somebody have evidence that can tie the accusation to bring it to light. They submit the evidence to the relevant authority,
and let the relevant authority do the investigation. Whosoever is to be arrested, let them be arrested. Like whosoever is to be
That's why I made a come off.
charged.
Made a come off. You know why I made a come off a program? Listen why. Because the Prime Minister bring the IC to court and this case is before the court and them run with it every day. And I make this gentleman
come off for that. You can't come off for that.
Because they make PNP operators and control the narrative.
That's what good is saying. As a good is saying, we make the one PNP them come.
The man that come off at
motor cut and run gone.
You want jelly back, man, brother. I'm not ready to know. You want come? You want me to take you out of the box?
No, I want my last speech and
you want me to take you out of the box, brother?
No, I want one more speech.
And people don't come like a jelly back, man, damn. Man, you want to lose talk and a jumper.
Hold on, Scritty, hold on. Correction, what loose talk to me? Hold on, Scritty, what loose talk to me?
Investigation.
Hold on, Scritty, that's Scritty my talk to. Scritty, what loose talk did I make a while ago?
What you that say?
How is that a loose talk?
Your opinion, you know, that's why I say loose talk.
How is it a loose talk? How is it a loose talk?
No, but I say it's your opinion.
No, but you hold on. You asked me a question and I answered the question.
All right.
And I said, how is it a loose talk?
All right. Hold on.
But you don't have to answer. Where do you not trick him tie up?
No, you make a statement. You make a statement.
Let me answer you, brother.
You don't say a loose
talk.
Why
me say it's a loose talk? Listen, one time I go talk. Why me say it's a loose talk? Because it's your opinion. Your opinion is not a fact.
Good night.
Good night. That's why I say it's a loose talk.
One more gone again. Next.
All right, fire burn here. You step on hot coal.
Eat in the kitchen get hot.
You step on hot coal cover with ashes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell them though.
Yes, sir. Bias.
No fake.
Them say one JLP IC.
No fake.
Them say one JLP IC.
Squitty, me da get chop my Mr. Finley my box, eh?
Squitty, me tell you say soldier come on. Squitty, me tell you say you go find your PNP.
Yeah, hear Mr. Squitty?
Yeah, you want to come out of ratio?
Yeah, but yeah, they give Mr. Finley my box.
All right, yeah, me find Mr. Finley.
You answer what me say, Squitty?
All right.
You're not going to find no PNP tonight. Let them come.
But hold on now. What may I say? I'm going to try to find this brother named Chuck Finley. Chuck Finley, I must see this. All right, what may I say? Saying the island so on a tough and defending the government and the country.
Yeah, enough for run.
Eh? Hold on now.
Man.
A man can't bust a shot off around and tear down the whole fence, brother.
True.
And sometimes I ratted carry backfire on a real shot.
Run. Because the man a loose tag.
On a run, gone. When I coward, brother, I jelly back, man.
I want them to
don't talk, man. Because I was have to talk more time I have a vent. Because me soon I move, look. Right now, original good are the toughest thing right now.
Toughest thing.
No, good.
I should make it call right now for a female nanny.
I go to run the first one, you know. I go to make the first one gone, you know.
I go to bust up the turban for the man them. Bust up the turban, the man have to
the first one gone.
See, yeah. I know the man them come back like the man I go like him want put me in a spot. Is your opinion out of your head, brother? I know your facts. It's not the real facts. You don't know exactly. It's just a thing. Actually, you feel like you can't tie me up on my shirt, so you can't tie me up. You want more chain.
That's right, a while ago, man.
You want more chain for tie me.
Who run already, you know?
All right.
No more now come first again, man. No more now come.
Stand the fire for a reason.
Kitty, all of them, they one place a plan, you know. They plan, when they come from JLP life.
No more now come first again, man.
Yeah, you know so much prayer for your platform. You hear Buffy last night a prayer?
Yeah, I know, Scotty. You see, anytime they come from JLP, anytime they depend for them life, them plan. You see, when they go somewhere and say they come from JLP life,
them can't send them one by one. They can't send them one by one, you know. I told them send already. I told them send already.
Well, anyone them come tonight, probably one of the decent PMP, them all talk decent, and then share. Them not have no power word. Them are shame and talk. You saw that when they come and talk decent and a psychology, I shame them shame.
No, the thing was shot me. The thing was shot me. I see him sit there after there. I go on then.
All right, Soji, Wagwan.
Squitty.
We have information before you still in Soji.
Yeah, you're supposed to go and download Dennis Chung CV. You can find Dennis Chung CV and you will see his qualification. Do financial investigation and all these things. No, you may say no. You can download it just so when they come, you push in at them face. You can download his CV. His CV is available, so you can go and download his CV and it will tell you all of his qualifications, what he has done before and what he's capable of doing.
One thing I have the 12-year, what a law enforcement, I got them at the paper and sent here.
No, listen to me, man. Listen to me. That is a dead argument because the 4 previous person before him did not have it. So that is a dead argument. So let's not go. We're not going to debate it with them. Debate it with them. That is a dead argument. That's going anywhere. That's a dead argument.
Any man knows something about him, but I said they don't want him.
What you have to understand is that, you know, like Paul Vulgar, Dennis Chung, them are like them man there. Stand up. Them work fair and honest in everything they do. That is how they go about their business. They have those kind of people in this life who don't take a dime for nothing, just like my lifestyle. I would not take a kind to lean left nor right because my father taught me well. And a lot of Jamaicans will start well in that way also. So what is happening is that now, them see him as a big stumbling block because he's always fair. And PNP don't like fear. PNP don't like nothing fairness. Them don't do fairness. Exactly. So that because when he worked for them, they knew he would have stand up to them with certain matters. They knew exactly who he is, you know, working ethics, you know. Them know how him stay, him not joke on, him not farm food. And come out, he just come out and do what he have to do. You understand? So that is the problem. That is the problem. So when they come and talk about had that qualification, the argument done right there, you cannot continue it. And they will have to move to something else. But what they should be debating is that Mocha have Lawrence Rowe phone with all incriminating evidence against the PNP and their corruption, what they have been going on with. So that they need to deal with now. That is what we're talking about. If they don't talk about that,
because the investigator will leave it alone.
Wait, no man. What you saying to me? Me jump in a room? Hold on. I'm jumping in a room. Hold on. Where barrel of rum do I jump in? You see that? Me jump in a barrel of rum.
They know we talk about it.
A rum. Hey, hold on, man. A rum. Yes, they would must laugh, man. What they say if we make it play out? You can imagine that. I wonder if they may jump in a room. They say if we make it play out. Them not have nothing better. You know what I saw today? And I was so upset, but my wife said, don't be upset. The Prime Minister was in the constituency where Damian Crawford is running against, I think, Amos. And the woman refused to shake the Prime Minister.
And she want water, you know. She want water.
Wait, no man. Me not talk about that. Wait, no man. They go post it on Instagram. Brother, the people them jar through the mud. The people them jar through the mud. The people them jar. I don't. Brother, the people them jar through the mud. I mean, 300 and add commenting, man. I rip them a rip her apart.
Don't them come from, you know.
I mean, say, you miss it here, sir? Listen to me, man. You see Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, a one of a kind. Andrew Holness, one of a kind. People them love him. Everybody love him, brother. Man was sent, brother. Man was sent on a mission to fix Jamaica. You hear me? I said to you, sir. Nobody now tell me. And no man not tell me nothing, you know. Nobody know. Because what PNP want us to do, you know, is say what we're seeing happening is not real.
The facade.
You know, like a movie I watch. You remember some movie where them people say things just disappear in front of you. You know, because brother, 51 years. You know what? What is that, man? Never sure know what happened now. I realize what was wrong with Jamaica all this time. All right, I had a discussion with some Juta drivers. you know, and they're saying in PNP time it was the best days for them. But here the job back to that now, brother. I'm going to tell you now what I go on now. You see, back in the days, you think Jota driver at that time, because guess what? Nobody else could have joined the company. They hold it under monopoly, so them alone and make the tourist money. Nobody could have make $1, brother, because of them, because they now make nobody else come in. And when some company come, you have Maxi, J. Callan and other company now start register with the tourist board. It will like spread out to young people could have make money. You understand what I say to you? Say? So that is what they did. They had the country under siege. Only certain set of people would have benefited from all these things. You understand what I say to you? Say? One set of man. No, if food spread out, so them alone can't get it. So that is the problem. And they want Jamaica to go back to that, which it can never happen again. You understand what I say to you? We have to answer. Listen, what we're seeing is real. What we're seeing in front of us is real action. And they cannot fool us by coming with because I think they knew this was coming in about the KSMC, you know. I think they knew it was coming in. That's why they tried to distract us about a demonstration, you know. Yeah. I think they knew it was coming. You know, but Squitty, listen to me, man.
Let's come make somebody else talk now, brother.
Go on, Squitty.
Yes,
go on.
Let's go and hold on him. Look, Ian.
Hey, but soldiers say a real thing, as I tell them before.
Yeah.
Until we don't a town, you know, I be Amars, Joseph, the Isas, the Azan, them people alone that have factories and retail store in Jamaica. We do the work, the work at them store. Right now, the narratives change. Level PNP, you have the Chongwang, you have the Smith, you have the Brown, you have the Lannerman, you have regular man now start to bring in goods because the globalization of the world, Jamaica jump on board. So guess who upset now? The Tapanaris them. Wow. The Tapanaris them upset, you know, and say, yo, what this? Yeah. Country mash up. You know, country mash up, you know. The competition within Jamaica right now, everybody up on the level playing field. I don't know, one man I bring in TV, and a quarter alone I bring in TV. You have choice now if you want to buy. You can get a TV at 14,000 right now, flat screen. You think for the top panels alone that bring in TV, you think you could afford TV? Man, choose your TV and when it all better and when it do, you can't pay for it, do done. Them take it back. Right now, man, I make bed now. Man, I make bed for them. So Jamaica reach a top. And Bruce Golin open up. When Bruce win, Bruce open up. One set of man needs to get contract. One set of man needs to get housing contract them. The Matalands. No look how much house a bill now. Eh? Look how much house a bill right now. Development.
Most of the bill right now.
So the Tapanaris, man, them now come back.
But Ian, we just cut your time. Ian, watch this now. Ian, I support your minute. Watch this now. Look, PNP contractor get work, you know. Because I remember, man, we have fixed a school in a country. A PNP activist, you know. And the government now stopping from eating food. You understand?
Yeah, Lester said nobody. Lester said they know and they know so they get paid.
So Jamaica Squitty have moved Squitty, but don't tell them I like to already in Squitty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so me see it, me know what is it to be a PNP, you know. I mean know what is it to be a labor right. So me know. The problem we are troubling people, the Tapanaris, them a ball. Contract them, they not get enough, and them alone. The man them who get contract should have work for them. Look on the road. Once you have the certification, the qualification, you get a contract for your bidding, your work. I don't know, link again, nothing again.
Yeah. Qualification.
Qualification. If you know and do what you deliver, you get the contract.
Yeah.
What if a millionaire there Jamaica now in Squitty?
Yeah, man, I see that, man.
So you don't know squitting in Canada, it's hard for you to turn a millionaire.
Yeah.
It's easy to turn a millionaire than you.
That's true.
One time that couldn't happen. I just say Chapanaris them alone. Them, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
When the man them open up the heart and say, yo, come get certified. So they can qualify for one good at.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? That the man them never want. Yes, us open for an 11 playing field. So we accept the man them as good man.
Alright, well on Roddy.
They want not the good seed, not the good in them, want the good seed, them alone.
Yeah. Alright, Ian, hold it there a little. Roddy.
Yeah.
And then the original good. Huh?
Man, PNP no like this is nothing good, man, I tell you, man, because they believe they country, they say Jamaica for them, you know. You understand? They always a PNP, make a PNP country, you know, whatever, you know. But they change now for them, you know. And I know that not no more again. Because you don't want to the Labour with a rise and get so strong and not feel it again. One time I get Labour is hide and go. You understand? Yeah. But now a different thing, I know, brother. No man have free talk to my Labour right now. You understand? Me I my taxi and me have my color show so I'm not afraid of nothing. You see me? Yeah, man. Me love Wagwan. We can't ask better than Wagwan right now. Right now, if we put PNP in the power right now, a dog nyam us up right now. If we put PNP come back in the power right now. Tell me, I tell you that. I get some rest up still now. You can't take me. We'll get some sleep right now.
All right. Yeah, man. Respect.
Yeah, man.
Right. J Nation. Yes, brother. I respect it, gathering. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I still believe I dream really still. You see the progress I really are going, and I just have to just pick up the man them. Trust me, I have to just pick up. You see, me close my eye and I try to see if I could have eat or I could have said nothing now going, but I can't see. I never have something wrong with me.
You're going to have a check up.
Yeah, me already I try to do it, you see, so, you know.
Yeah.
What up? Before we go,
somebody needs the mic.
This is something I wonder if anybody else see it all. Maybe I not go far from the topic still. When you say one entertainer do one song for the Prime Minister, and that are the angel. Me say the angel do one song for the Prime Minister, and then me say on next side I say something, and I wonder say if money can really mess up people. Really, it just get a different rating to how me they are rated. So me I wonder, for me alone see it. I don't look nowhere. Me don't know about politics. Me I wonder if maybe I just the money really still.
With the angel?
Yeah, so they do
a Labour right man. Essential village angel come from Diaspora Labour right man.
Ian, nothing go so. The angel of PNP, so no.
No,
come from the central village.
No, the thing is, no. Hear me I say, if she do a music for the Prime Minister and everybody look and I say yes, me see something. And then you make a next man draw your PNP, cargo was PNP. And you make the man draw your gun over the stuff for money.
But Nation, she free for do what she want to because cargo and Labour and cargo was there.
I know about something like myself.
Cargo and Labour and he was there. So at the end of the day, if money are paid and them business and their life, then can do what they want.
Yeah, them career, you know.
Me
know to because
if she is, but where she come from, them are PNP. I don't she not come from Central Village either.
Maybe people
over Africa.
I just that
yeah. So you say you learn it as a generation?
Yeah, me I go here because I want to get topic because I want to come in, I want to chip in where anything where I can prove. You see, so I just go on nicely. I love that angel over there so still in the original. She have some facts to see Rasta. I love it, man. This bad Muta Baruka program to
yeah.
Remember when Muta
Baruka man, we are on the block.
Yeah, man, because you know what, me love the love. Me love the love and respect. We just respect one
Yeah, man,
another.
respect that, brother.
And a man, if a man come in our back, he knows that no man can't let him for a way part in there because no blow can't reach you. Make me reach, man. Nobody run. Nobody make me fight to the
last. I'm not saying, brother, just come in peace. Come calm.
And fight to the last, man. I don't know why nobody
can't. Long time. All right. Well, let's say GNH. I'll go to Goody. Step up, Goody. Big up Ian.
All right. As I said, guys, as labor rights, we're not supposed to sit down on a platform and allow PNP to run the narrative. Equip yourself with information, inform on yourself, right? They make them control the platform. I don't know about nobody else, but I do this because I just love chat or me is a JLP. I do this because the PNP, and especially this current with a PNP.
Go to tell the man and say them not for run, man.
Listen, this current with a PNP should never, and I repeat, never get the opportunity to run Jamaica, right? I'm under the age of 35. I may live through PNP. And nobody tell me and I'm not ear stay what I know about. Sufferation and a PNP and a one normal something and a something easy. The quality of life that people used to live in the People's National Party and a something what me want the younger generation, younger than me, for experience. PNP means Jamaica no good. They keep people poor and always say, oh, we for the poor, want to do for the poor. Look on constituencies like South St. Andrew that Omar Davis have for years and now Mark Golden have it. And you have them one of them biggest blogger company, TikTok chat, still a shit in a bag and a throwing at the gully. Look on down a back, Portia Simpson Miller run for years. Angela Brownberg there, she not do nothing. Right? Looking at places like Central St. Mary with Dr. Guy there. Look on Westmoreland, PJ Patterson was there, Wickham was there, Carl Blight was there, Roger Clark was there, and nothing for the people of Westmoreland. We must push the agenda of this government and speak of our achievements. Because no other government in the Caribbean or in any other part of the world has done for their country what Andrew Holness has done for Jamaica in 9 years. And that is a fact. And that is why we need Andrew Holness to get a third term. And when he gets a third term, the fourth and the fifth term will come without question asked. Because look at the people, the best representation of the PNP in 2025 is their top vlogger, Mark, who left all the way from Manchester to come a Hero Circle. Oh, the man not qualify, him only can account. So I have a master, I have a degree with a minor in accounting. People may ask, why you not do accounting? Oh, I can only account. This is how stupid they are. Today, you have a woman who she complain about water and so much years. They not have water in them constituency. For your constituency were run by Bobby Picker's girl for 35 years. And she so shamelessly tried to disrespect the minister by not shaking his hand and come out in an orange shirt and a ball for water when Bobby Pickers get left for 30 years. I want to give it to Amos. Not Amos. I don't even know what the man name. So how much years after I want to steal a ball for water and then I want to disrespect my prime minister? Are you crazy? You have people like Cosmo will come on platform as Cosmo in highest level qualification. He must got entry level junior school. I if him stop at grade 9. People like you will stop grade 9. Look on Arrow, come on platform, I come try this. And I come talk about the man don't qualify. What is Arrow's levels of qualification? All these people who come on platform to represent the PNP talking about people don't qualify, ask them what is their level of educational qualification. They don't have not even one CXC. Peter Phillips' son, Michael Phillips, who is a woman beater because he beat his wife and get charged. Don't have Manchester with one CXC. And he collect millions of dollars in taxpayers' money. Speaking of his workless father, Peter Phillips, who for months, if not years, have not been in our parliament to represent his constituency, collecting millions of dollars of taxpayers' money, but he could find the strength to go to Hero Circle to protest. Oh, shamelessly.
Go there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, so one sexy man. I really think you're
It is a fact that speak and no go make him consume it for like me I tell. One CXC man and no go back to school after that because that's all he need for a constituency and a PNP. Because his father was the leader, them give him a safe seat. People like Omar Davis gone down a hero circle that cost taxpayers of Jamaica $150 million in debt because of a failed contract that they give to them so-called Dan from down in Manchester. Right? $150 million the war around the hero circle do not finish up until this day and them shamelessly take themselves gone down the bottom of protests. Anytime we have a PNP or anybody else who oppose this government will feel like them bad enough, I want to care manage them. I just call me. Because we see over here put the foot around them and I go on like and I play like a politics system.
You're tough. You're tough.
Listen, when I have no time for no pet and no powder. I'm honest. Listen, I'm honest the nice politics because he's the prime minister. We out here
as a man, I saw PNP man come back to man and say, boy, me a jump to that.
We as the supporters have the leeway and the ammunition to go down and dirty with these people and make them know say the times of labor rights scoring and hiding and being ashamed of being laborers because we're afraid that PNP is no more. It's a different set of labor rights out and we are Andrew Holness labor rights. Different.
Labor rights always back in the days, labor rights did afraid of PNP, you know, man. Tell you.
Because there are some vile, wicked people. Them St. Jago High School back in the 90s had to have a white uniform because they used to cut the girls out of their uniform. St. Hugh's High School uniform used to be green before they changed it to blue. They used to cut the students' uniform off of them. PNP, we analyze people. So labor rights, while we are out fighting as well, we have to be vigilant. We have to open with eye because the PNP
no, but
will
the change
go at
now.
any cost. No.
Change them narrative.
Listen, change the narrative. Thanks to Andrew Holness, starting from Bruce Golding, who changed the scope of politics in Jamaica. But let me tell you, a power-hungry man like Mark Golding, who have nothing to lose, because if a riot supposed to start or a civil war supposed to start in Jamaica, him can run and go on England because he's still a citizen of England. Okay? Peter Bunting, who knows say him now win no seat. So if the PNP lose him, career done.
Well, Jamie anybody want to come to make Jamie Wood entertainment coming out back?
Guys, I want them to realize
that jump on back, come on.
At the end of this election, when Andrew Holness Chef X, listen this 1 minute. You see, at the end of this election, when
jumping back, come on.
When
all right, respect. Thanks for
his third term. Well, I want the people them to hear this. At the end of this election, when Andrew Holness gets his third term, the People's National Party will be no more. Jamaica will become a one-party government. Peter Bunting will not win a seat. Okay? Dayton Campbell will not win a seat. Mark Gordon will have to resign as the head of the PNP. Wickham McNeil is going into retirement. Norman Scott is going into retirement. Damian Crawford will not win a seat. He must go find something else to and attend to him full farm. All these people are going to go into extinction. So they will do anything.
All right, hold on, good.
To win power. So
hold on,
please
good. Don't leave because Jamie Wood there. Jamie do the entertainment. We're full of talking there, so hold on. Inspiration.
Glory be to the Most High. Give thanks to life, money long.
Hold on, Jamie Wood. I know you're tired, Jamie Wood. We have some people before you. Hold on.
All right, yeah, man. Do it.
We know you're there, man. That's why I hold it. Mute your mic, Deleka. Inspiration. Inspiration. And mute your mic, brother. Press the picture and press the mic. Yeah, good night.
Good night. Oh, what a breath of fresh air that young lady brought to the live. Quite a bit of information there. I think one of the things we should do going forward, as was mentioned on this live, that we have a pending election and we need to highlight the good things of the elections and leave the negativities alone. Like I said, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. And I think a number of the PNP have fallen into that category. They cannot change, will not change. They only see orange, nothing else. And their views are very subjective. And it's just only when it matters and when it suits them, they speak. For example, the guy that was there earlier on, you ask him, the position that they're griping over, there were 4 previous appointments in the same position, and none had the qualification to which they are highlighting. And he couldn't answer it. But yet he went into another area when you ask about the Integrity Commission, and he conveniently says, hey, it's before the court, and let the courts decide. I mean, how convenient they can be with their utterances. And you could see the kind of people, like I said, I've always said, they've attracted the bottom feeders of the society. Not people who are very articulate, not people who can think, not people who are, I doubt some have a job. Because if they had a job, they wouldn't be complaining that nothing's happening. They would really find things to do. So apparently, a lot of them must have been paid to come around and talk garbage. They mentioned the minimum wage. I mean, under no other government have we ever seen a higher level of increase in minimum wage in such rapid succession as under this administration. And number 2, I mean, as we have established, minimum wage is not a career-ending path. It's a ways to get into the workforce. You don't stay there because you'll die in abject poverty. It's just to help you through till you would have upskilled yourself, move on to some other career path, academically, otherwise, and you could own your place in society, as opposed to sit and talk all the time about what is not happening. You see, the PNP is always looking for a handout. And as that young lady had pointed out, you look at the constituencies, that are run by these people who cater for the poor. And you could see their intention is to keep the people at a certain level, at a certain mindset, so as for them not to see the bigger picture because they're being fed. And so it's like welfare, you see, like here we'd call it welfare. Like here they're being fed and they've been given all kinds of stuff, so they're being patronized to keep quiet. And so it doesn't matter if the road is fixed, it doesn't matter if there's water in the constituency, it doesn't matter if there's a future for their kids. They're not looking at any of those things. They're looking at the morsel of meat that they can get on their table every night through whatever means, right? We've never seen so many tax imposed on the people as when the PNP is in office. I mean, every time the budget is read, everybody would say, they brace themselves. People have all kinds of attack, anxiety attacks, all kinds of attacks, just to see where else they're going to scrape and what else they're going to patch and what programs are going to be suspended. Here they're issuing and they're saying it under their breath, and you got to take it serious. Satan Campbell said there's going to be a little tax on agriculture. Psychopath Damien Crawford said there's going to be a tax somewhere there in education. And you could hear the little utterances going around. So pay attention. And I hope that, as I've always said, Jamaica, stand up, go out, vote, because this election is for the battle of the minds. That's what it is. It's like a game of chess. and they carry all these scandals. And here the worst thing about this. Nobody fact checked to see whether or not the allegations brought against the government, the current administration is true. The only thing they want to hear is corruption. Nobody checks through. Oh, corruption. And once they hear the word corruption, they don't listen for the other part of the story. Whether or not he was exonerated or anything, they just run with that. Because right away in the forefront of everybody's mind is corruption. Corruption. They don't need to hear anything else. And so it tells you the kind of people that you're dealing with. I don't know how the Prime Minister does it, but he is doing a masterful job. And the good thing about it is he's not paying attention to the mudslinging politics. He's about the nation's business, and he's carrying on the nation business. You could see the success shows in his work. I'm landing right there.
All right, boss. Guinea. And then we'll go up top to Soji, then Jamin Hood, then Chef X, then Ghosto.
Yes.
Jamin J Nation and Original Goody. Run it to me, brother.
Yes. When I really check the levels, and PNP tell us that they care about the vulnerables. And you look, and you just look why you see where they are. Just look on the people that were out there with them what they are, so they might protest. These are the people that might take advantage of. You see me? And I tell you, so they don't give them like a $2,000 or like a $3,000. And they say they care about the poor. You understand? They don't love nobody, man. They feed them with this narrative. Not now one. Me can remember one time. You could have gone to the police station. I'm going to make a report. How much the hours you're at the station, because why? You can't get a vehicle. They're going to tell us the vehicle gone out. They say you have to wait till the vehicle come. You see me? You can remember one time when you couldn't find no job, no all. You understand? People are struggling to get one little work. No, you can't go on Google now. I want a job on the net. All type of job on the net right now. I'm still hear people are say, nothing go on. Lie them I tell, but these people, they don't take the time out, because a lot of them shadow-minded and they not read for nothing. So you see, the problem is they are going to take the right thing to Jamaica. So listen to me, man, and I need to go out there and I make them people decide in the future. You understand? Because these people are willing to go out, they go vote for Mark Woolley. So when I go out, they go vote. Now tell them. Every day they tell the people about corruption. You hear this man come up since night. I really have to think about what he must say. When he say, yo, you have to know that. You have to know that. So Andrew Holness, when them are taint. Them are taint every day and I talk about him and thief how much money, how much, don't have much bank account. And the man them got court every day. They talk about the man a strike down pan law one bag of sitting. And this man you hear about SSMC. He start he might say, yo, if you low, make them investigate. You see how biased there is? Them people is a cult. Dangerous, them play upon people's mind if you don't know what you do. We fall in and chop. I feel like nothing going on. The amount of things are going on in this, I never see this happening and no time in Jamaica from me, man. Never. So my time, I feel wonder where Andrew find money from. Fear do so much work. You have one brother named Caution every day and go come on live and talk about Andrew $3 trillion. Every day he talk about this $3 trillion. Because why? I the narrative where them get from all over road. If you can't fear spread, I tell the people them. As some people will just not read. None at all. None. This man on Africa, on all PNP, me attack the same PNP them too. PNP when they on in live, underneath take where people them are telling us, man, underneath do no research. Do no research, bro. All if you not still go vote for them, do no research, man. Because a lot of lies are feed up on.
Right. Well, yes, sir. So you say PNP then we vote Labour, right?
Yeah.
All right, hold it there, sir. So, Jay.
You know, Squitty, we just want to expound on one point when just make at the end about $3 trillion. But you see, if you don't read, you see, lack of knowledge, you know, will make you fall, you know. Any nation with lack of knowledge, you know, will fall, you know. No matter how a great man come to take charge of it, you know, it will fall.
Yeah.
You see, the $3 trillion what they talk about, what was the time frame from what time frame they were talking about? Up till now, nobody them look through it that deep, you know. That money that they were talking about in it wasn't only under this government they were talking about, you know. You understand me? Sometimes you have to read and understand stuff.
It's from when to when?
These things, yeah, I think it was from 2012. You understand me? That was what it was all about. You understand me? So you can check it yourself. You can check it, man, but it wasn't just under Andrew government. But what I'm saying to you is that, Scotty, put that aside. And I will keep repeating this. The days when this is the point I want to make first. 1972, 1976, about there or so, Michael Manley said, if you don't like what is happening in Jamaica, you take 5 flights a day and leave Jamaica. The business class run out of Jamaica, see? 1997, leading up to the 2000, 44,000 business got under PJ Patterson. Jamaica, middle class people, you know, wake up and smell the coffee. You see the people them who they interviewed the other day, they're gonna decide if you guys run out of Jamaica
The job
or not analyze on yourself.
You say aromatic coming in, you're wrong gone.
No. Either analyze on yourself or business them are gonna shut down. Just remember that. Because that's all PNP do. Cripple the middle class so the taponaris alone can eat the money. Just remember that. So you can't sit down so comfortable. Just remember every time PNP come in government, the middle class crash. And that's facts. It's right there in front of you. So we must decide to let these people not see back the House of Parliament as leaders. Because what I have seen in the last 9 years, 51 years I've been in Jamaica, I've never seen it before. Nothing. I never know tax money could have worked so. I did not know tax could work so. I did not know until this man named Andrew Holness took this government. I did not know tax money was available like that either. Oh, they didn't get enough money to do this work, Squitty. Squitty, what PNP cannot do anymore because of the internet is cars sitting over our eyes. They cannot do that anymore. They cannot put anything over our eyes.
Yeah.
You understand me? We are seeing it and the youths are seeing it and the world is seeing it. Looking in, looking out. You see, to them, you read something in the paper. Them say the advisory where Jamaica gone to is a big deal. Right now, the level 2 advisory where Jamaica gone to is a big deal.
Of course, a big deal.
But Squitty, me see them talk about your country too, where you living in now. Say 85% of Canada, 85% of Canadian live from paycheck to paycheck because prices, when they talk about Jamaica, say, Andrew Fix have skyrocketed. The prices of goods have skyrocketed.
Not true,
so
man.
a new clipping with that. Yeah, so
true,
when them there we are live so comfortable in Jamaica. Yeah, man. So when they're there in Jamaica, we were doing so good. We need to make sure we maintain. But the IMF tell we, the IMF tell we remain on this part. The IMF told us remain on this part, no matter what. But Jamaican, I know you will do the right thing. I know you'll go out and vote for Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the JLP because they have done more than what any other government that have taken Jamaica before. Lot more. Yeah. You understand? When Colonel Charles, who have been it, Squitty, fight the wars, can say that, say he have never seen a government like this before. It speaks volume of the man Andrew Holness. You hear me? It speaks volume.
Man,
you understand? So when
man can't see
so Goody, big up yourself, you know. Because I'm a right hand, but you never tell us a Goody still. Now you're a friend, but we know the guys around here still. You see me? We know the guys. You understand? We know really do the guys part. So I want you address me as big man. Big men are gentlemen. We don't do guys. Understand? I love you still. But you don't know, you know. Anyhow, yeah, so we say Squitty, so we just have to do a thing and continue to roll firm. Don't give in to them. Because guess what now? Whatever they come up as good as say, we can't break them. Whatever narrative then come with Squitty, we can't break it down. So we don't need to say we are run or nothing. Make them chat. And then we just move them.
You know why the man love to them a run, brother. Run, go ahead.
Yeah.
Cover and return fire, man.
Yeah, man. Just boof them, man. Lick out the whole of them teeth, man. And then just
take cover, brother, and return fire. On and running.
Yeah, man. Because they can't come with nothing.
Yeah, man. Make one go talk on that jump.
Squitty then cannot come up with nothing.
All right, let's go step away, soldier. Hold on there. To the GFX. Big up.
Yeah, man, I'm there, you know.
I mean, one GFX could I never told.
Yeah, I love the vibes that go on, man. The panel solid, you know.
Yes, I.
Only thing we miss some of the comrade them on the thing, you know, for get the
tell the man them want to see comrade them in the box, brother. But the man them come up and they continue and run.
No, but here we go on now, Squitty. I show all the things that will take place on Monday, you know, them scare them like, you know, them just fragile. Them as a boy, them shame, you know. Them shame, man. But the thing what I like for know say, as the people of Jamaica who wanna comrade, can able to use the term we stand firm. I remember say that was the comrade talk, you know. PNP them stand firm.
Yeah, man, firm.
But the thing is, and the whole of Jamaica thing that the whole Jamaica for use the same term, and that we are show them as the JLP them come out and use the term say stand firm. Yeah. PNP thinks say fit them word. Cause PNP always thinks say them run Jamaica, you know. Jamaica no Jamaica for Jamaican.
In the March money, me earlier say Jamaica PNP country.
Them always think so. Cause that them try to use and trick the people them. It's a trick, you know. Cause even what go on right now, if you notice, it's a distraction from them that have no substance. Them that have no policy for run pan. So everything what them are do right now is all distraction. For it make them warn people, cause brainwash, you know. Come, Squitty, may I talk about this? We come from a PNP constituency. Waterhouse, one of the biggest PNP. We're not talking about Toil, we're talking about Waterhouse. David Core, Dudley Thompson, them man, that's where we come from. So when we are talking about them brainwash, enough of the youth them in my youth, you know. So them brainwash a lot of us. We get brainwashed and we can't see the people them around we. I run out and say PNP and we run and mark up on the wall as you them say, yo, you have to mark the wall and you have to paint it, you know. And we are painting PNP, you know. So
It's a brainwash thing, because we never know how we are doing. Because at the end of the day, we have vandalized the place and we don't even know that we make the place look worse than it was. Yeah, I vandalized a big graffiti we are chopping the people them wall.
Yeah.
No, none of them things that now go on in Jamaica. Nobody now mark up the wall and them things that more. Because during them time when PNP in power, them do anything for stay in power. Them make it be anything necessary to stay in power. Like, you know, so may I tell you, say, for them thing right now is everything what them do right now, and as me I say in the original. I just for distract from them that have no policy. Them that have nothing on the board for tell Jamaica. Now Mark Golan, I have a brethren when me always listen to once a while, the man call him Mark Gummy Beer Golan. And so him name. Cause the man just run like a gummy beer. Man, come on, man. But at the end of the day, PNP now have a policy for run for right now. Because what Andrew Holness do, as the whole panel talk about it, there's no other prime minister in the history of this thing. Nothing like what Andrew Holness do. Even though I respect Eddie Siaga, because them time when I used to grow up and become prime minister. And where the man make the country run, everybody start have money.
Okay, God, okay. You just come on and gone. Okay,
them a run and hide, man. Because when they be a hardcore man from the
just jump on and then get 2 bucks and the man run.
Yeah, man, them man they scared, man. Them now come on the chat when them hear some man.
Come on the box now, brother. Because I know the item are listening. Hold on, are listening now. The item are listening. When you come in the box, brother, people want to talk to you, you know. They want to know what go on to them. Because see, my boy can inform or get the more of them, you know.
Go.
Lawrence, you know, so what go on today?
I never you know, when you're in the kitchen and you have time to investigate nothing,
you know,
I tune in tonight to get cup. Yeah.
What are you Central Kingston? You don't care phone go give more command with all kind of thing in it.
What you mean? Because enough of them want to take them this year.
KSMC and them thing there, and them have picture. And them have all kind of things. You need for money talk and who forget this and who not forget that. I will pass something.
And tomorrow, I'm not going to hear more than man. Tomorrow, I usually tune in the next day. I always like a couple hours late, like a day late, a day and a half, like a 12 hours late.
YouTube them. Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to listen.
Man. Whenever that's why the PNP man, I'm hide tonight.
Yeah, man, PNP. Right now, PNP no problem, you know. I mean, I tell you that. Because as you say, Mark Golan a run. What them not understand, say, as original, say, Labour ain't not scared no more. Because I remember back in the days again, because I can go way back, 70s leading up to 80s. Labour right always used to run scared. You know much Labour right run out of Waterhouse and them house burned down and left band. May I tell you something? You see my grandmother? I come from Waters. My grandmother, our original Labour right.
What PNP hide for? What PNP hide for?
I don't know what I'm hide for.
Then if we not hide, what we hide for?
PNP.
We find a brave
Welcome
PNP.
on the panel, man. Welcome.
Yes,
what we hide
for?
Nothing.
So
no, because we are saying we don't hear none up on the panel.
What you here for? We not have time for foolishness.
What do you mean foolishness? What foolishness?
Then we have a company, you know, nothing for tax. Everything not talk and done already.
No, so we don't have nothing.
So
run pan.
What you say?
Make you wait that
we don't have nothing to run on.
What you say? What you mean by term?
People that speak before you.
No, you guys don't have nothing to run on.
You just come up on the live, man. Relax yourself. You just come up on the live. You have to wait your turn.
That's why I mean say something.
Relax yourself. Relax yourself.
But you see me a fight.
Hold on, Johnny.
All right, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish and then original can get it and then can't. Then Janet, you can't talk.
No,
you
we
can't
have other
talk
people
to
line up before, man. We soon make sure get.
Yeah, but
all
me
right,
not
so
say no. She
all me
not
I
seem
say.
to say.
All right, mute your
To me
mic,
not hear
Janet.
nobody attack. That's why me say something.
All right, mute your mic.
All right.
Go on, chef. You soon land.
All right, man, I go come off now. But me just say, back in the days, JLP always Lyra used to run scared. Cause you see, me I gotta tell you something. This is a little story what my grandmother tell me. Back in the days when them used to go, cause she from Waterhouse and she used to leave and go on the campaign trail of the little rally them and them thing there. And PNP, when them a come home, PNP used to stone the bus. Enough people just the truck, not even bus, a truck used to stone it and beat people. In the 70s, may I tell you, but my grandmother never scared. Still come back. And you know much house them burn down for labor right in our house.
Janet,
enough abandoned house. Enough people run we left them house at Waterhouse, especially on the borderline side. Them have to leave. My grandmother never leave. And she stand up. Even some man used to run past us, some youth when me know he used to labor right. And she come out and she run, go get her bell in her house, and she run at the gate and she start ring her bell. I tell her, my grandma, but we as youth, a couple boy, you know, and we as boy, we not really focus on politics still, but at the end of the day, my grandmother, she not left that the place there. She stayed there till she dead. And right now, that woman there should have jump around and ring her bell right now in her grave. With what Andrew Holness I go out with. Because I tell her on my street, she the only person who go at the gate when one of the MP from that era, JLP MP, walk past and walk go up at the station. Because the station, Olympic Way station, used to right there, so Ellis2 Avenue. You know where the station is, the Squitty. They used to walk past. Then we go there, so, and she will come out of the yard. She the only person come out of the yard at Balcom Drive and shake the MP hand. Enough people are looking and say, oh, you do that, Becky? Becky say, why not? I'm my MP this. I may have vote for. I don't care. If next door no want to do it, just because enough of them was JLP too, you know. Enough of them are labor right, but them never will come out and do it because them know say if them show them face, them house might get burned down and stoned. But we as youth, we did as a youth and our grandmother that, and we not make nobody like do or nothing. You understand? So we are still stand up for her. Because she a JLP, but we are looking to run around. And we not run around a year a PNP. But I like so we are pick side. But we just did it. You know? So when them run gone, original, take them off for me because I look like oh, she come back.
Yeah, man.
All right, Squitty, go and do the thing. Man. All right.
Gusto, your time. Gusto. Unmute your mic, Gusto. Okay, Gusto asleep, all right, J Nation, your time.
Oh, man, they go and talk, man. We just go and listen. We love it.
We don't want to make Janet talk and then come out.
Yeah, man, give her a talk, man. Everybody, we love
inspiration. All right, Janet, a big PNP, you know, so I could hear it.
Yeah, no,
yes, let's hear it. Let's hear that.
Can't change, not change.
I wish Gary say, which constituency you're from?
Where?
Which constituency you're from?
Central Kingston.
All right, people want to talk. So what go on with Lawrence Rowe? Why go for the Mocha?
I don't know who is Lawrence Rowe. I don't know who name Lawrence Rowe.
Oh, you're not going to know now, eh?
No, I don't know who is Lawrence Rowe.
But you didn't know before?
The cricketer.
You didn't know before?
The cricketer.
You're from Central Kingston?
Well, no. You didn't know him before, though.
Mr. Cricketer, you attack.
No one with the policeman.
Smart game thing, man. We know the pala smart game thing. You didn't know before, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Me tell you about me, you don't know about nobody.
Let me tell you how. You look how you to them sideline and put in.
Look here, me don't know what you're talking about and I don't really want to know.
You know who is Steve McGregor?
No.
You know the ex-police that we are running out the PNP?
No.
So you say you're PNP?
So you true that you have to know everybody?
They say you live where you live, Tel Aviv?
No.
Quickly, ask her why she come up on the live. Because the one why she come
All
up
right.
on the live.
All right, where you say
Why she
now?
come up?
Tell me something now.
Yeah, where you say now?
But you don't know
Obviously she's lying. She's lying. Flat out liar.
How that a talk about lying?
Well, inspiration.
You.
Hold on, there, my brother. Hold on, we talk to her.
Oh.
Yeah, so you don't know about the tape, but them bring give them phone with what information. But the thing where the magwan don't have KSM see that.
Oh.
You know, hear nothing about that.
No, sir.
All right, since you know here, make it stay there, sir.
All right.
So what you have to say now?
No, I have nothing for say.
They don't come say you tap on that PNP man and thing, man.
Yeah, then through your PNP.
All right, what you say about the march? One to the march. All right. So PNP are going to take back Central Kingston?
Me don't know, me not God.
You look like you sound like he's an undercover labor right out there.
What say?
You sound like he's an undercover labor right out at Central Kingston there.
Sir, me a PNP, all my blood orange. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
if
me
you cut me an orange blood,
you can't take it back. Michael Malley see that in originally, you know.
So that not enough to do with me.
Oh, so you're not sure you can't take it back?
Me can't take it back, me not God.
Not you, me say within the PNP.
Yo, Squitty.
Me don't know, me Chrissy now.
All right. Me go carry on.
Ask her what she think about the Prime Minister. What she think about the Prime Minister from Mother
Good? The two will see a time. No, sir.
Who is the Prime Minister?
No, all right, done with her now. It's a joke.
Come on for the live, man.
All right.
Come on, where? Oh yeah, come with the question. I know you are the host. The question me.
No, you know,
nothing from me there.
Oh, Jamaica. All right. You must know Jamaica.
Chat to you from me there.
Oh, Jamaica run now.
Now I can't piss up people. Go ahead now.
Well,
so to PNP, you must hold up PNP. You don't hold up no PNP argument and handle you by argument with nobody. They are just PNP and two. You send a PNP in the panel line that me not come for answer the question.
Yeah, but you can't just come and say a PNP and we can't talk to you. You not answer no question.
You're not asking what me if you know. Me I'm going to know
something. What you want to hear. You're not asking what you want to hear.
All right, let me ask you what you know. You must know Jamaica, right? How Jamaica run to you now? If I going at the right or
I live at Jamaica, so I don't know how it run.
Yeah?
I don't live at Jamaica no more, so I don't know how it run.
You should hear.
Oh, so you're not here. Which country you live in?
I'm not listen.
Where you say you live?
Canada.
Oh, you live at Canada?
Squitty is a clone show with the panel, Squitty. We don't have that time for this, you know. We don't have time for this, you know, because we give up the time for this.
Canada,
we don't have time for this, you know.
No, run out for run.
All right, Janet. Go and listen, Janet.
I do talk something.
Not some bad dog have set out for you, but you never ready, man. You're soft.
What you say, bad dog like what? Why not preach violence? So you can't talk and not preach violence.
I don't violence. Somebody that's violence.
Then come in and say no. You're going to kill me?
Auntie, tell you your bedtime. Go on your bed. Go on your bed.
And your bedtime, you piss already. Go piss on your bed.
Go on your bed.
Me not ready to piss on my bed.
If you live in Canada, it's past your bedtime. Go to bed.
Me not ready to piss on my bed.
Go to bed.
Go on your bed.
Go on your bed.
You can't send me on my bed. You go piss on your bed when you ready to go piss on my bed.
Janet obsessed with labor right. She not really know the Labour Party.
Obsessed with no labor right.
She don't want PNP to can't buy Janet to write it now. Janet gonna be there. Come on for a platform.
Una money you talk about obsessed.
Come on for a platform. Come on your bed, man.
But you are politician. No, you go walk. Now walk and war with nobody.
Come on.
If she's in Canada, she must have been on welfare. That's why she's up till now.
Your husband call you bedtime.
Me not no man, me love me and you know.
All right.
She's a welfare recipient, so she can stay all night.
One man. So no bother that PNP.
Janet, you see you yabba
Janet, you're
about
not ready for this.
You see you yabba about girl this minute the PNP side and the other side the Labour side after they run
come on. Senior citizens to come and file life. Go on now. Time
No.
but bedtime.
Welfare is
you sound like senior citizen.
Come down now.
You have a senior citizen voice. I have a you have a senior
social services. Social services.
Come down. Come and file life. Go on.
Social services recipient.
No powder. No powder. Make you over here. Go on. Come and file life.
Janet.
Get me in bed.
All right.
Go on your bed, auntie. Go on your bed.
All right, sir.
Welfare.
All right, Janet. Right, Janet, no, what go on, no time at all.
Janet have a clue. Janet already
said no
finished.
PNP.
And then you're spaceless.
No, you see, Janet.
Janet, so she just show up because they said no PNP in her box.
No, if Janet get the chance, she'll give vote Labour, right? She just says she don't want to
Janet not vote no Labour right. Janet Jamaica man PNP. They not vote no Labour right.
No, if you are PNP, she'll attack up on.
They said, you don't know Janet. Janet is a PNP from Central Kingston, Jamaica man Labour. She not vote. She and the council Rosie Hamilton and they said and she still now voting for Labour right. Janet a PNP.
No, you don't know. Trust me. No. And she not said nothing. That is not she. As I tell you, she don't know about politics. She doesn't vote because she going to Central Kingston and Michael Manley and she love her party. That's fine. That's how does she. She not vote Labour right. She a PNP. She not
all right. How will they reach now? How far time we talk now? A J Nation.
I think a Delroy Nation.
Yeah, Nation.
No, I said to myself,
Delroy not sleep, you know. I call him, but him not sleep.
He wake up now.
What you call Costa? You go on Nation.
I said to myself, so man, I put my money on her, man. Trust me, if you get the chance to do it, man, instead of vote, Labour.
You're young to this one TikTok, so we don't talk to you. You're very young to this.
Because if a person had dieted that, the mother must try to say something or say something. She not have no clue, she not have no.
That is not her, she not talk politics. I don't see that.
No, where she come from?
She's just a PNP. She not violent. She not. But Janet not come like it. And a PNP them with disrespect for her like that. She not. I say she not from her party. She not really know what about politics.
It's all like that.
You know, so that me kind of realize most of them they just love.
You know, hear what Janet said. Janet said, "Oh no, say we are no PNP no, but she just show up."
Okay. Oh, then just have to do something like that. They
are PNP, but you don't really know it. Nothing to come talk about, nothing.
But you know, so even though I'm up on the platform, I talk to them. The thing is, I don't know if I'm a PNP or JLP, you know. But I just feel, say, if I'm going to choose a side, I definitely choose JLP. I choose my grandmother.
In a 2025.
You can't choose your grandmother. You haven't said true what you say. Go on.
Let me talk.
No.
Wait a minute there.
No. Wait now. Not only that, I'm not going to choose it because I'm a grandmother, but then when I say I go on with Andrew Holness, I definitely choose JLP. You know what I say? But for ever since, I always lean JLP side still. You understand?
Well, Chef, now is the time for you to stop the leaning and stand up straight. Labour will say, no, make your granny have to back it up. I'll lick you with a bell. You know what all right.
No.
Leaning now, go on yourself.
Stand up straight, Chef.
Come, me not see, Chef, you don't want to vote for one white man that put chain around a black man neck at 2025?
No, me not.
All right.
No.
But I would not lean in. So when you go in a box, the mark your X, you open your eye and look right inside the
One of the art them.
Me not there Jamaica, so I can't vote.
Hello. Call your niece and your nephew them and make them like 6 times.
No,
them pay them $100. we go vote. We need
no, them already have vote JLP. A Tivoli they come from. A Tivoli the whole of they live.
Nothing. They can still encourage them. Send them money, taxi fare.
No, they're not vote, man. That's like an automatical thing for them. The whole of them live down there. You understand? Don't have a few families. I have a few brothers live at Waterhouse and I can't change them from vote for PNP. They know that's how them.
Open them eyes, let them come to the light and see the reality.
Yo, trust me, we tried that already a couple of days ago. All enough of them brains, them done brainwash already, say. All them think about say that Andrew Holness have 12 much bank account. That's all them think. So if the man will have all that bank account, brainwash, you can't change it. I'm telling you that. They come up with some of the most ridiculous things. They're not talking about policy. You're talking about like other things. I'm gonna say, but look, you remember 30 of the PNP in power and look how the road was. And when Andrew is coming in power, look on the road now. When the road smooth as ever. PNP in power for 30 years and the man them never fixed the road. The road that, yo, trust me. And me and my brother talk about it all the time. But him, you can't change him. Him born as a little kid, PNP. But from a different side of a family still. My father, but him different from my mother. But trust me. Him,
PNP,
can't
change. PNP.
No, you see PNP, you today.
PNP. All of my family, they my PNP, right? That's all.
You can't change him. You can't change him.
Yeah, you see PNP.
It's hard.
You see the PNP government, to be honest, they really love people really still, you know. But not another. When they take it out, they have to meditate. And they love the people, them. But the thing is, hear me, I say no. Hear me, I say.
Them love the people.
No.
Brainwash the people.
No, them love
the that,
listen, they love the people. Them. There's a two different things in our politics. You have to either you love the people.
Everybody love the people.
The country,
every politician love the people.
Hear me, I say. The country.
Let me ask you a question. What is love? What is love?
Just one. Just
one. Man, because I think about 3 to 2 years ago, Dayton Campbell say him visit some old PNPs. That means people in them 60s and 70s. And when you look up in them ceiling, you can see the star and the moon. And that you love.
No, hear me, I say no. Listen,
manipulation and brainwash is not love.
Hear me, I say no. They love the people, them, so they will. The country how we put first. You have to put the country first. You have to look at the development of the country and them things.
Chef. You have to jump in right there, sir. Chef.
And then chef attack.
Jaboy. No, man. I don't so love go Jaboy. No, do that, man. Do that. Not this start the road, though. Don't do that, J-Nation.
No, the country and the people are different.
They never love it. No, daddy, they never love it.
No, J-Nation.
No, nation. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. That wrong, man.
They never love us. They never love the people.
They never love the people.
Love what?
What kind of people, man? You're mad, man. What kind of people, man?
Listen, if the man, you know, if the man
it sound like you grew up as a PNP J-Nation.
Yeah, me a J-Nation.
If the people them can't say if you sit on a roadside and chop the road and you will get money every week and you know see no development. And that them want to find out. Them want to know so the people them can eat every day and sit down. So they come out the road and you sit down and lap the flap. And you chop and you chop and you chop. It's just a chop. This man here love the country. Once the country is alright, all we go alright, you know, all we go alright.
No, I still not understand how PNP love the people.
But wait, but I don't understand what you say. You mean the people them love the PNP? I don't understand what you're saying.
You to the mic, brother, who that?
It look like maybe me I think too far.
Listen, J-Nation, manipulation and brainwash is two different things. Let me give you a little bit of history to the people that on the platform. PNP come up with this strategy talking about they love the poor. The PNP was never a farm for poor people. The Jamaica Labour Party that was formed out of a trade union is for the working class and the poor class of people. The PNP formed out of tappanaries and upscale people, lawyers and doctors and society people.
That's
right?
true.
You know what they did? They said, okay, let's see how we can get these people. So they start, because what the Jamaica Labour Party is, we teach you how to fish. We don't give you fish because we don't want to keep you poor forever. So even though we are representing you and we are for you, we don't want to keep you forever. So we don't want to represent you forever. We want to come to a point where you can represent yourself.
Yes.
The PNP, Michael Manley and Norman Manley and all of them switch it round now and use psychology upon the people them. And keep the people poor. And tell them, say, oh, we love you know. And you know, their slogan is always the poor, the poor, the poor. Yes. Look for the people them in a back too. In a central Kingston. They are
like Democrat and Republican, like if you look on the two parties, when they check out some of the policy with the two parties them have, it sometimes it reflect the same way as the PNP party. And black people always gravitate a lot to the Democrat people and a lot of time them take the people them for granted. You understand? And you know, the PNP party, them take people for granted too, and the people them is like them never wake up and understand. So listen, we have to change what we're doing. Some of the PNP them switch and vote JLP, but they need to start do it more now. You know, and it's gonna happen. You know, like Safran in a concrete jungle. Look how much of them place there is. Riverton. There's some place. Trust me, there's some place where just mash up in. But there's no recovery for those places. There's no way those places gonna get better unless those people decide say them are gonna come out and march and live. There's just say them PNP government they will not want them around. Some of them places are just mash up in. I go to them places that you say, yo, a ghost town this. What we are doing around here, so?
Well, I just want everybody to just understand, but you know,
you jump out.
But again, I jump in from the I know people
are in Jamaica. We want everybody to just get together as Jamaican and decide which government for coming up power. We already know San Jones. We just want to get a lot of the PNP them come in and say, yo, fire burn for Mark Golding and them man there and who are mess up the country. Because them man is like them want to start a war. I mean, we have a lot of smart Jamaican. We don't want a war in Jamaica no more. We not go back. We're going forward. We not go back. Forward we go. We not go back to the 80s and the 70s. We're not going that way there. The 70s and the 80s. We're not going there.
The thing is still, you know, the people can't look on still, you know. The people can't look on still, you know. The Prime Minister now is a younger person, saying he's fitter than the other man. You understand? And he know if you greet if you ever watch when them go and the difference. You understand? He spend little time and he will listen and he do it. And the opposition leader, him still not that fit. You understand? We need somebody where we just go and grow with them idea and do what them are doing. And the people have to just understand that. You see it? Mr. Golden, me not really see him have that. To me, if he say tomorrow, man, if him lose, if he election run and him lose, he feel better because him definitely not have nothing ready. That's my idea. I believe that if him lose the election are the best thing for him because I'm definitely not think him can manage it. I believe.
Time now the policy at the same time.
Well, that's a inspiration.
Yes, as just to get back on what the young lady was saying, and this guy tried to justify the PNP love for the country. I don't think there's anything that is called that's not really love. I mean, you could use the people as convenience. You get them where you want them. They realize how they think. They realize they were not the brightest of the society, and they feed them. They feed them all kinds of things: misinformation, disinformation, food, handouts, and of course, if you're getting such encouragement, you're going to stick to the party that you feel comfortable with, that is feeding you in so many ways. I always said that the difference with the politics in Jamaica and the politics here in North America is that the MP has to be this up and close person that everybody can see, feel, touch. It's got to be at the wakes, it's got to be at the funerals, it's got to be when there's disaster struck in the community, it's got to be here, there, and everywhere. And so it's a romanticize the community. Is showing up at these emotional situations, they're feeling comfortable. The politicians here in North America, you probably don't even know, you have never seen them, but yet they'll win because you see they are of a different nature. You'll see the work, and so the people here will vote based on policy. The people in Jamaica would vote based on how close and how personable their politicians are. And so in some cases, it serves as a disadvantage because you find those who are just destined for power, knowing what the people want, don't have to do anything in the constituency. You talk about Central Kingston. You talk about part of Westmoreland, where PJ Patterson stayed for years. The Mark Golden, the Mama P. You could see the difference in the constituencies, that they don't need to do anything. They just need to show up and probably give some handout. Back to school, you name it. As the guy says, you get a little bit of a work to do on the street, and they sit up and they talk all day, and they're having a good time. Cook some food, and they're just happy with that, with no further progress. No need for it, because it's not a big deal to them. They're having food every day. And so that's the difference. And I would that Jamaica move away from that kind of a politics, and that the people would see the performance and vote based on policies, that they can have a good Jamaica, a better Jamaica for now and for their children. Because if not, we're going to have the cycle all over again, and nobody's going to break this cycle. It's an ongoing thing. It tells you when people says, oh, I'm a born PNP, or I'm a born Labourite, or yes, we might have a liking for the party based on our upbringing, our grandparents, our parents, but then we have to look deep into what is going on. How much better is my standing in this current administration compared to past administration? Am I able to find job? Am I able to buy a car? am I able to get some money towards my NHT to buy a house? It is more affordable. All these kinds of stuff. Look at the policies and say, hey, my kid or my grandkid went to university. I didn't, but they're able now to buy a car. Look at these things. Just don't look at our individual accomplishments, but look at how the country is moving, where the country is moving. Is crime down? Yes, significantly. I'm hearing this evening we're up to 40% in some parishes and certain hardcore areas that had led the country in crime, how it has tumbled. So we got to look at the bigger picture and just don't look for the morsel of food that comes at our table. And as such, we'll be able to understand where the country is going, and everything that's bad cannot be fixed in 1 or 2 seasons. It takes time. When you take $50 billion out of an economy that has already been struggling, it doesn't come back in 2 terms. It takes time to come back. So we got to pay attention and look at the broader picture as to where we are now, where we're coming from. And if we give this guy a chance to stay the course, how much better we could have it. I think it would be good for all of us. And I think that's where we need to take the narrative, not just to look at, what we used to get or what we can get, but how much is a country better? I'm sure that a lot of us take this North American train, and we end up here in North America because there were some things that we didn't see happening. There were some opportunities we were looking for that wasn't presenting themselves. And now that we see that our country is moving to be on par, unemployment rate is so low. And there are those who still believe the country is not in the right direction. I don't know what they call right direction. Maybe they're not getting the handout that they used to get. And I think that's the problem. Well, we need to move from that welfare mentality, because that's what the PNP has so socialized the people to believe. Mark Golding, during the pandemic, he was after the little reserve that was there to give it away. And Andrew Holness stood his ground and says, no, we can't give away all our gains. Look at this. Jamaica came out better out of the pandemic than even North America. Much better ahead. What a gutsy move. And the people have not seen that? Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Because this is the right person for the job. He has proven himself time and time again.
All right, sir. All right. Guinness.
Oh.
Yes, I. Rana. People don't get sleepy, Tap up the screen and stay awake. Tap up the screen. Yeah, man.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, just pass me a minute there.
All right, you want me move on to somebody else?
Yeah.
All right. Rivian.
Good night, everyone.
Bless up. Good night, brother.
Yeah, man. I still believe that the most important asset of a society, of a country, is its human resource. One of the most critical elements of a human resource is their brain. So as the gentleman was alluding to about the difference in political culture, if you don't develop your human resource, if you don't educate people along the line of civic and social studies and economics, we will have a culture like we have in terms of a romanticized politics. But I still believe in Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, educated here, and I decided to stay here. And I will never leave, because I believe that I should make a difference that I can make. And one of the difference I wanted to make was to help to build Jamaica. As I've always said, I love my people in the diaspora, but I believe that if some of us had stayed and took the challenge, the gentleman was saying that the opportunities that they were looking for was not showing up. I don't believe that. I believe that you have to help to create those opportunities. All right? And that's one of the reasons why I stay. I remember the first morning I was listening to the Breakfast Club and I heard about the Highway 2000. The first thing that came to my mind when I heard about Highway 2000, why not a Highway 2000 in the context of our educational infrastructure? Because I really believe that if we had created a Highway 2000 in the context of our educational infrastructure, in terms of building out better educational infrastructure in terms of maybe a few more tertiary institutions and making it more accessible to our human resource, I still believe that we would have created the engineers that could have created a Highway 2000. And we wouldn't necessarily have to have so many Chinese here building our highways. But if you assess our life as a society since independence, so let's take away the 9 progressive years of the Andrew Holness's administration. So we are left with about 52, 53 years. 60% of that 53 years, we were under the social engineering of the PNP. Let me remind you that Mr. Patterson said that the law is not a shackle to enslave. It's a tool of social engineering. So he clearly understands the whole context that his job was to engineer the society. And I believe that the obligation a few of the obligations he had as a social engineer was to optimize the social aspect of the society and to optimize the economic aspect of the society. However, he had a philosophy that politics in Jamaica is about the fight for scarce benefits and spoils carried on by 2 hostile tribes that are perpetually at war. Now, if as a chief social engineer, that is your belief, and that is how you see it, which other result would we expect through the dominance of the PNP? If I believe that the politics is about the fight for scarce benefit and spoil, I'm going to be fighting for scarce benefit and spoil. And if I'm the leader of the team that is engineering the society, that will typically be the mandate. So I'll be preparing my hostile tribe to carry out that fight, because I want to secure as much of the spoils as I can secure. Hence, we have a Jamaica up to 2016, which was in the state that it was in until Andrew come and start showing us some light. You know, people are confused. I hear a lot of confusion about how is this man able to do so much? Where has the resource turned up from to do so much? The resources were always there. It's just that the resources was being seen as scarce benefit and spoil that our tribe should fight and hold on to. Now, Mr. Holness clearly has a different philosophy. He sees himself as a social engineer, but in the context of as a social engineer that should socially optimize the people and economically optimize the people, hence the democratization of wealth, hence the building out of the general infrastructure, hence the display of social welfare, and hence we're having the type of results that we're having right now. So I just believe that in life, there are some once in a lifetime opportunity. And I believe that in the life of Jamaica, this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity where we have a prophet, one of the prophets who have risen to the top, who have risen to the position of leadership, and is really executing in the way that Christ would have it. So we should give him a chance. We should maximize his abilities. We should perpetuate his abilities and let us all benefit. You know, I remember in the 90s, just left university, aspiring, trying to excel. And I remember the type of wickedness that I saw, that I experienced in terms of our governance. I remember saying things like, I mean, regardless of the obstacles, I know I'll be able to make progress. I remember saying things like, God, if you send us a team of white men from South Africa, I would vote for them as an alternative. Honestly to God. I remember, you know what, I've always believed in Jamaica, and I've always believed that at some point, like our sportsmen and our musicians have become world class, I've always believed that Jamaica had the intelligentsia to show the world that we can be a great society. And that's one of the reasons why I stay and do my little part. And I'm still doing my little part. And I will still continue to do my little part. I've never believed that I have to go to North America or Europe to prosper and progress. Because I know that this is a paradise country.
So you say a country are going to right in the right way now?
Yeah, because we have a leader who is built for purpose, fit for purpose, and who believe in the people who is showing love. I heard someone said earlier that the PNP loves the people. What is love? Love is caring. How can I say you love someone and you're not caring for the people? You're not educating the people. You're not securing the people. You're charging the people for a basic health service. You're charging the people for a basic education service. How can that be love? And I remember the parliament we had, the cabinet we had, these people were just laughing about it. Omar Davis, he's always smiling. He's always laughing and chuckling. Come on, man. That's not love. That's not love. What we're seeing now is love. Love is caring. Love is sharing. Love is kind. And that's what Andrew is displaying. And we should
love is in the air.
Yeah, man. Love is in the air, my brother.
All right. Hold it there, my brother.
Good.
Go.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Bless up.
Yes, I'm just listening and I love what I'm hearing. JLP, they have a strong stand, which is good. Politics is not about fighting anymore like before in the 80s and the 60s where they're killing off each other really bad. So I'm happy to see great conversations and people seem to know what they're talking about. They're happy with the Prime Minister. And if they're happy, I'm happy because all we want is a better Jamaica, you know? Jamaica has been ruined by politics for so many years. So it's good to see we at least have a little bit of peace. That's all. Anything? Anybody want to say? Because I don't know.
Go and talk, man.
Yeah, so that's basically it, really, because I never used to follow politics, to be honest, because I never used to like the outcome of what's going on. And especially when it comes to these foreign country and there will be election and nobody even realized there was an election. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see that Jamaica is going into them type of direction, really. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with what I'm hearing. So I'm happy to listen, to learn more, because I'm just catching on to the Jamaican politics.
Where you live? Which country you live?
England. I'm in England.
Oh, England, okay.
But I've been in England for like 25 years. So, you know, in the 80s, I remember.
You go back a yard sometime?
Yes, man, of course.
Oh, so you now go down and go vote?
Me did want to go this summer, but through me have some family issues and problem. I just, you know, was trying to avoid them this summer. Wanted to just go China, just go see what else there.
So you don't like the government to run now, continue doing what done?
Of course, because even this morning, me see my talk to the people, and I said to them, say, yes, remember the road for fix. And I remember when I went to Jamaica, where my mom lived, the road was bad for years, and for some reason, for 2-3 years ago, it fixed and it brand new, you know. So you always hear negative about JLP when it was little, though. You know, they always say, oh, Siaga is terrible, and you know, with the old Tivoli Garden, because I used to go to Tivoli Garden High School, you know. But the way they used to talk about Tivoli, I've never seen that. Because I used to go through Tivoli every single day, and the people, they're so nice. There was not really crime. And I went there for about 6 years, you know. So I always love Tivoli Garden. And because of that, I will really, really jump onto JLP. Maybe I go down there and vote. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm just listening to you guys.
If you can, you should.
Yes, but I'm listening to you guys. So don't want to just jump and do stuff, you know. So I'm listening every day to learn more, and then yes.
Well, you come at the right place.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So thank you guys for welcoming me.
So you get some information where you want to hear and things.
Yeah, man. Me I listen to pure articulate people, and I love it. I love it.
Nice. I hope at the end you make up your mind, yeah?
My mind don't make up already. Me a shower me say.
You have to make the next step by going go vote.
Yes, I will, yeah. I will.
Step back, you know, you have to go vote, you know, you can't just say, yeah, shower and you know, go down and vote.
I true, me new, so let's not jump, you know?
Yeah, but you get converted already and you're ready to baptize.
Yeah, man, well ready.
Right,
boots and armor, ready.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah.
But you have to go vote, else you won't count, you know, the vote.
No, man, I go vote, man. Don't worry, me probably go down there. Let's see. When are the election? No, in September, them say.
No, you don't call it.
Call it, but around that time.
Let me say about September, I wouldn't be in Jamaica them times. You know, it goes in foreign country.
We're not sure.
Yeah. All right, Coco. Yeah,
thank you. Have a great day. I'm listening here. I'm still here.
Yeah, man. Go and listen, man.
All right, darling. Thank you.
Young Muller.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Yeah. Stay in the box. Yeah.
It's my story. Yeah, man. So you don't know, you know. We just have to just be smart, you know, and keep the unjournalist like government in power, you know. Because it's the only way right now.
You the foreign though?
Yeah, I'm the foreign man.
So you go along of what?
For sure, man.
Okay.
For sure, man. West Central, Tufton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Trent. So, it's the only way right now to keep the government in power. Let them continue what they have been doing, because they've been doing a real good job. Yeah, since 2016, they came in, they fixed what they had to fix, they fixed the economy, they started the heavy lifting, they started the important work. COVID come, enough people forgot COVID or the government handled the crisis, the pandemic, you know. Yeah, they have short memory. Some Jamaican people, them sad to say, but them some really ungrateful. Some of them. You understand? Yeah, because government did so good in COVID. They manage the crisis good. They come out stronger. When many other countries fail and suffer from COVID, the effects of COVID right now. And to see how little Jamaica deal with it, or the government handle it, it was good, it was impressive to see. You understand?
Yeah.
So, with all the work and unemployment gone down to its lowest, poverty cut down to 8.2, understand? Police station fixing up, lots of them renovated, lots of healthcare centers renovated all over the place. Understand? More JUTC buses, new routes. People can get from point A to point B easily, quick. Reasonable price, fear not no raise up and all of that. And people have life look more better and easier than 2016 since the government come in. New school bus system soon roll out.
But some people that say nothing now go on.
But me not understand why they want to say nothing that's happening. I don't understand. Right now, this government shouldn't even be. If some other country, as Holness said the other day, the government not old enough to campaign, you know. Because to the amount of achievements this government have for the past short term one. You have to remember, so COVID took like 2-3 years out of the time.
Yeah.
So the world was shut down for like 2-3 years. You couldn't do nothing. And we still stand strong same way. That's not an easy thing, you know. People take that light. It's not a light thing. Imagine if we had 9 full years of when the world was booming before COVID.
About 6 years.
Yeah, about 6 years we have, really. Check it. Yeah. Because yeah, because 2020, January, February, March, and then the COVID hit. And the world locked down for like 2 years after that. So, and the government hold it together. And people get help in a COVID.
Yeah.
The public sector stands strong, stay strong same way. No massive job loss. A matter of fact, no job was lost from the public sector. Everybody kept their job and have their jobs up to today. So that's a very good thing. The management was good. People get gift care packages. People got money, got their check. And that's for the first time ever the government could have give back a tax return. I never know that could happen in Jamaica.
Yeah.
People get 20,000. We never imagined them things would have happened in Jamaica. Jamaica never had those things before.
Okay,
and we find ourselves in a position now where the government can do that. That's not a light thing. So people have to really know what they're doing and don't make the foolish mistake and step back when we're already going forward. Why step back? We know what this government can do already because they did it and they are doing it now. So continue with the government, just see the vision that the Prime Minister have and believe in the vision, because each time the Prime Minister talk, him lay out the vision, you know. You lay out the vision, those people just see the vision too and believe the vision and trust the man, trust the team. Because when you really look at it right now, look at the PNP. When you analyze the two parties and the two teams, it's not when you evaluate the two teams, the PNP can't compare to the JLP team. Look at the cabinet. Who's gonna form their cabinet? Who are the people gonna be the ministers? We don't know them. Because this is not even the PNP, this is just a group where this is the far right radical group sect of the PNP, you know. This is not the PNP, you know. This is just some risers. Yeah, this is not the PNP of the time. This is not it. So there's some people who just run up to the party who don't know nothing. So we can't trust the country to these people, bro. We can't. And if they do it, well, for them choice, but me, I tell them, I'm going to feel it, but I'm going to sorry. Yeah. But do the right thing, stick with the government, believe in the vision, and we can't go wrong. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Could you have J Nation and then JD? JJ. J Nation. All right. JJ.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How you pronouncing it?
It's Jay.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on?
Not much. I've been on all evening and I've been listening to the panel and, strong views shared. And I share some of those same sentiments in terms of what the PM is doing. Right. I don't think since I've started following politics, I've seen so much opportunities that are now available that is now available. And I mean,
So,
like
Jay,
for the
are you
young
in Jamaica or abroad?
Jamaica.
Okay. All right.
Right. So I just really think that the youths, the younger generation, they just really need to take up the opportunities that are available. The Heart Trust NTA, you can enroll in any program now. And also, if it is that you don't want to go to skills training, you have the opportunity now to go to university. The government has made it so much easier for persons to apply to student loan. And you can do that and make an investment in yourself because you have to start somewhere. And I think the blueprint has somewhat been laid for young people to take up those opportunities. So that is something that is very massive. I don't know how people say nothing not going on. And when you want development, you really have to target the youths, right?
Yeah.
So that's the foundation, and that's something that is massive that we have never seen before.
So you feel the youth them now are more attracted to the JLP?
Yes, because for this cohort of generation, I believe that why they are attractive to this current government is because what is laid out or what the PM said that the administration was going to do, he has done it. So he has implemented a number of things right across the board.
And they must see the real action in their mind.
Say that again?
They must say action.
Yeah, man. Action is on the ground because take for example, like even people in the business community, and since I've been listening in, I haven't heard anybody spoke on this, but for businesses that were impacted by Hurricane Beryl and they had difficulties getting back on their feet with tax and so on, there was a massive amnesty that was held where you could pay whatever your principals are on your accounts and all your interest and all of that arrears have been written off. And that's by tax administration. So, the business community is benefiting. And I don't hear nobody talking about that. But that's a real thing that just ended last month.
Yeah.
So I think it's so much attractive for people to do business here because you now have the opportunities also. Yeah, if you realize there are so many online stores because you can import your thing and you don't have to pay this whole heap of tax if you're spending like under $1,000 and stuff like that. So that's a step in the right direction. And it also fosters equity in the economy as well. So you don't have everything being laid out for just the top man. Everybody, once you decide to make that investment in yourself, you can actually do something and make the investment in Jamaica. And that is why I think that we should continue the work because,
of course,
all of that will be derailed And there's so much infrastructural development been happening now. And I know this is pretty old, but I don't even think some persons understand the massive development, what it means for the parish of St. Thomas. I don't think them understand it.
Younger than before, big up, respect. Yeah.
It's massive, massive, massive. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you say if the Mark Golden government come in, they will change up the right thing we enjoy right now?
I believe so, because the thing about it, you know, and I think we have seen it before, where they're going to implement things and they're not going to continue with the current programs that are currently now in place. And when you look at implementation in any new system, it takes a long time. So put them in now. Nothing will be done in the 4 years, and by the time you look, it's our next election, and then the country stall, everything stop, and you're back at square one.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
Yeah, true.
So we can't afford to derail that progress.
Just stick with the man right now. Stick with the government. That's the only way.
So we have to definitely stick with the current administration right now.
Have to.
Yeah. Going good. All right. So inspiration.
You can actually take me down because my battery is dying. So.
The battery.
So you ready to vote?
Thanks for the contribution. Can join any time, yeah.
Okay, no problem. I actually discovered you like a couple days ago because I'm not really on here much, and I've been listening. So I've been on here for probably 4 nights now. Yeah.
Okay. So you know about chakra? You know about chakra?
Chakra. I know about what?
Chakra, the 7 chakra.
No.
You know, like them beads where you wear and stuff. Like you see these beads on the screen.
Oh.
Like you 7 chakra for different thing, spiritual thing and health.
Oh, that's what you have advertising on your background?
Yes, it's epiphanybyk.com. And my wife think that. You can go on it and check it out and see what they are all about.
Okay, could you like put it in the chat so I could look at it when
epiphanybyk.com. I'm gonna type it in there. Yeah,
okay.
Man.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All
yes.
right. All right, I'm gonna take you out the box. All right.
Okay.
All right, yeah, man. Yes, brother. Inspiration.
Yes. I'd like to piggyback on what was stated earlier on by Rivian. And he said that if we had stayed the course, didn't have to migrate, didn't need to migrate, because he basically toughed it out. And I mean, Jamaica is a paradise. We will not doubt that. We've seen it, and you see it. It's more amplified when you travel, because I've always said that one of the highest form of education is when you travel. Mark my word. And when you get to travel, you realize you do that comparison, and you realize what you had, what you've lost, what you've gained, and that comparison, you kind of put things in perspective. But this is what I'll say. I basically, and it's not that Jamaica didn't have opportunities, but the way the opportunities were, sometimes you have to be politically aligned. And I'll give you some examples. I remember my sister went through high school, and the first goal she went at taking her O-levels, I think she got about 7 O-levels. She went on and she did A-levels and to go on to university. Now, she wanted to get into nursing, and she would apply to Kingston School of Nursing, and she would apply, and for some reason, she just couldn't get through. She tried to do midwifery, just couldn't get through. And that's the discipline she dreamt of all her life. It was so political at the time. I remember even trying to get a summer job, and she would go and she'd apply and just couldn't get a summer job. She applied, and I remember she went to one of our counselor, elected official, and because the counselor knew that she was from a PNP or not a PNP, knew she was from a different political party, she was never given a chance. I look at those things, and not just, there were other siblings that were older than me that had difficulty, because our parents said to us, listen, you go to school, we didn't have it, but we're going to push you guys. And so that's what they did. And we've all gone on and have gone through tertiary institutions, and we've studied it, but we had hit a roadblock. After finishing high school, we just couldn't get the jobs. And so I took it unto myself to take the trip abroad, primarily to study. And I came, I decided I would spend about a couple of years, but then life happens, and I'm here nearly 40 years. Now, I'm telling you this. It's not that there weren't opportunities, but the opportunities were few and far between. And if we were to make opportunities or make it, the government of the day, government provide the conduit through which we can use or we can travel through to get to the opportunities that we want. And those opportunities were few and far between. There were tough days. And it's not like we wanted to run and leave Jamaica, but we wanted to have a better life. And I'm telling you, my being here in North America, I don't have any regrets, really. I don't. I mean, I could see myself at a very younger age being in a semi-retirement mode. I don't know if I would be in Jamaica, I could say this. I don't know. I'd like the securities here, where I could get up and I could get out of my house and I could walk my streets 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody questioned. Any young lady could walk the street 1, 2 o'clock, and they're feeling safe. These are some of the things that we do enjoy here. So it's not like we really ran and leave Jamaica. It was because opportunities, because of politics, were few and far between. Our politics has not matured and wasn't maturing as it has been now. And so, yes, if we were supposed to take the plunge on or make a decision as to where we would like to be, I would say yes. I would stay in Jamaica now, looking at Jamaica and looking at what Jamaica is offering right now. But Jamaica wasn't at this spot. It wasn't hit here yet. Yes, there were growing pains. And we decided that we would really stick with the growing pains. But believe me, it was like starvation more than growing pains. So we had to, some people were privileged. Some people get their opportunities. And not everybody has the same experiences. But knowing where we're coming from and what our experiences are, I know I had. I'll give you an example. I give you a quick story here. I remember we grew up in a little wooden structure, board house, and because it was leased property, we couldn't put a concrete structure up. My dad had so many of us, but he pushed education, and when I was out of school and I get a little job, my sister had to change her discipline and get into teaching, and she get out of college, started her little job. We decided to borrow, after we've purchased the land, to borrow some money from the bank to improve the little board house that we grew up in. And I then migrated to Canada. And they took the loan out. We started the bill, and we realized we didn't take as much as we could have or should have. But anyways, we worked all together and we built a family house, big, nice 6-bedroom house. Would you know, we paid off the loan that we borrowed. And so we had used the land title as a collateral. And we could not get the title from the bank. For some reason, the title went away in a hole. Then I'll tell you this, my sister, who we both were untitled for this property, she had a daughter. Her daughter went to basic school, primary school, university, high school, university, and became a lawyer. And nearly 20-something years later, she was able to find a title in another lawyer's office. And only because we had somebody in the discipline could fight to find this. These were some of the kind of corruptions that we stand. And we tried years and years and years, and we just couldn't get a title. And, you know, when we look at some of these kinds of corruptions, it then cemented my decision as to why I would stay here, you know. But suffice it to say, these are some of the things that that we encountered. But is Jamaica bad? No. I just think some people and the tribes, the tribalization of the politics, has given Jamaica a bad name. But on a whole, Jamaica is a paradise. That's my submission.
All right, sir. Guinness. Guinness. All right, Rivian.
Yes. Mr. Instruction, I didn't mean
Are
it.
you them in the fan of Rivian?
I just like to be in vogue, you know. So I like the name.
But I actually know them have some fan now named Nip.
Yeah, man, I know it's a USA SUV company, electric SUV company.
Yeah, them there Canada, I have seen for them. Rivian.
Yeah, man. I don't live in North America there, but I am fully abreast with what's happening there, you know. And that's why it's so easy for me.
Where you live?
I live in Jamaica, man.
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
I live in Jamaica,
you're rich,
man.
Can you own a whole van there, Rivian?
I said I'm cognizant of the company. I like it. It's en vogue. It's EV. I like the whole thing. So I just took the name.
Yeah, man. Then you're one man.
Go ahead, please.
I saw the review on those, and they weren't very good. The review is very, 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 very bad reviews.
They're relatively new. They're relatively new.
Yeah, the reviews are not very
they're evolving. They're evolving.
Yeah,
BYD is leading the part right now, eh?
Yeah.
Right, so Mr. Instruction.
All right, go on.
I like my Jamaican diaspora, man. I understand the decision because, as I said, in the 90s it was tough and rough, and we were enduring chaos and wickedness in this country. So it wasn't easy for the normal person to really withstand and stand up. And if you make the comparison, Jamaica being 63 years old, America being 270 years old. So obviously, they would have taken that 270 years to really optimize their society, to create the type of institutions, agencies, all social and economic amenities. I mean, America, 50% of global capital markets, 25% of GDP, global GDP. I'm quite cognizant of all those realities, but I still believe that I'm going to stay in Jamaica. I believe that maybe if I was in those countries, I would have been 10x in terms of my affluence and my wealth. But when I balance the economics with the paradise of Jamaica, I still believe that this is the right choice. Anyway, the point I'm making is that I understand why a lot of my Jamaicans would have wanted to migrate. Because, as I said, when you're enduring a politics which is the fight for scarce benefits and spoils carried on by two hostile tribes, it's not really easy to really navigate that. you know. And if you get exposed to a more mature society, which has a more mature politics, right? Most people would make the choice to want to live in those society. And so I can understand it. When I speak the way I speak, I'm not condemning the diaspora. I'm not saying that I blame them for leaving Jamaica. What I really want to do is to really inspire my fellow young Jamaicans, because I believe in the youths, and youth matters. And we need our youths, especially our talented youths, we need them to stay here and really help to lift up Jamaica. So when I speak in that context, I'm really trying to inspire those who are coming behind, because those who have already left, and I understood why they left. Because with 60% of the PNP's chaotic governance, it wasn't easy to navigate. I mean, Michael Manley said that six flights a day out of to Miami, you know, or else socialize, or else capital, socialization, right? Which has plunged Cuba to be one of the poorest, loving the people of Cuba, respect the people of Cuba, but one of the poorest country on earth. So I understand why my Jamaicans would have. So many of them would have left to North America and Europe and those countries. I understand that. And I don't mean that in any disrespect or in any condemning way, because I still believe that they have a lot to contribute to the growth and development of Jamaica in terms of their sending back their money here, in terms of a lot of them come back with expertise that really help in nation building. So I respect it, I understand that. But you know, I remember having to be going around and reaffirming the Jamaican youth that, look, man, there's no difference between you and the Japanese. There's no difference between you and the American, right? The primary difference is that we have not come to a place where we understand the importance of human resource development. We have not come to a place where we are developing our human resource so that we can become the engineers and the economists and the pilots. And I look at 9 out of 10 Jamaica, and I see very intelligent Jamaicans. I see very intelligent young men and young ladies. 9 out of 10, 8 of them out of 10 can become lawyers, doctors, pilots, engineers, economists, right? But that's not happening right now. We are not turning out the type of educated people that we should be turning out to help with our development. And that's why I said, when I heard about Highway 2000, I said, my God, if we could get that in the context of our education system, what would Jamaica be in 10, 20 years? Just imagine what Jamaica would be today. And people are saying that, no, we need our highways. We need our highways for investors, because if investors can't be able to move around, they will not come. One of the most critical things that investors look for is an educated, youthful population. That's what investors. If you have a young, educated population, the BlackRocks, the KKR, the Blackstone, the Man Group, all those big global investors will circling around and looking for opportunities. However, Jamaica, we don't have oil as yet. We don't have gold, but we have land, right? And I wish if more of our Jamaicans would really understand the value of the asset called land, how it can help them to, maybe not necessarily build riches, but build wealth. Because a lot of us are said to be poor, but I really believe that we'll be less poor if we were making use of our land. It's simple, basic, local land around us. To be frank with you, one of the most disappointing things for me with the Anjo administration is that in the initial part of his administration, he didn't have a designated Minister of Agriculture. And I was really disappointed about that for the in those early years. I said, how could you miss that? How could you look at the potential of agriculture? But eventually he got it. And we have a very young, bright Minister of Agriculture. And I'm very happy for that. One of the things I'm disappointed about is the lack of civic and economics in our curriculum. I believe that the 4 first subjects in our primary curriculum should be mathematics, English, civics, and economics. Everything else, and we build around that. I really believe that if more people were cognizant of their civic responsibilities, we wouldn't have the type of social chaos, some of the social chaos that we find in our society. I really believe that if more Jamaicans were economically savvy, they would have been more progressive. Because as the question begs, where was the money? The money is always here and the money is still here. What is money? The money lies within our brain and our muscles. If you can come up with an idea tomorrow morning to do something in the context of value creation, you're going to exchange it. That's money. That's where the money is. If you can go out there tomorrow as a youth who is unattached, don't have a skill, if you can go to a construction site and you see the cars in a decking, if you can go and beg a few days work, well, they are paying $5,000 to $6,000 now, and you can engage your muscles in terms of swinging a few buckets. The money is in your muscle. So you work 5 days at $6,000. At the end of the week, you have $30,000. That's the money. The money is right there within you. You just have to go out and bring it out. There's no such thing as poor. The only poor person is the person who have a brain that cannot function, or the person who have muscles that cannot function. Our money is right in us. Jamaica is a disturbance here.
Yes, sir.
So
over there about
this whole thing about where was the money? Money is always here. Just that Andrew is channeling the money in a very constructive, a very honest, purposeful, and sincere way right now. We have the money. We have it here. Let's continue to use it in a very progressive way.
Yes,
and I love all
I like how you talk, man. Talk about the money.
Respect. Yes, man. The money is here, man. The money, money is.
Rivian, man. Because you have a family in Rivian.
Look here, man. Everywhere I look around, 360 degree of my environment, I see opportunity to make money. 360 degree. If you look at the photo I have on my portfolio, right? You see a pineapple plant, right? It's just me loving pineapple and get up and decide one day to go to St. Elizabeth and get a few pineapple sucker and stick it in my backyard. And that's one of the pineapple. How much for a pineapple today? $1,000. That's money.
So you have one of a pineapple?
I don't have a lot of pineapple, but I just believe that we can create value, and the value that we care about, we can create it. It's simple, it's not hard, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
Create value. Nobody is poor. There's no poor.
I believe 100%. Rivian, just to quickly say, Rivian, as I traveled the world, I could see where richest nations, the wealth came through agriculture. Would you believe that?
Thank you very much.
Agriculture, as I traveled the world.
Thank you very much.
Italy, Africa, I see the countries that do well. England, agriculture. And I said to myself, if I were to move back to Jamaica, I'd be one of the biggest farmers in the country, regardless of pre-larceny. Agriculture is the epicenter of wealth. And a few people understand that. And of course, I'll say that poverty is not something that you're born out of. Poverty is of your mind. That's what is poverty. It's of the mind. And wealth also is of the mind. So if you decide to do, you're going to achieve. You see? And so this is where a lot of people, there's a myth that if you see someone going to the farm because, look, typical Jamaican, they see the farming as a mom and pop with a spade, a shovel, a fork on their shoulders going down to the garden. And they say that's farming. No. That's not farming. It's bigger than that. But I believe that there's a huge industry to which Jamaica have not yet tapped into. I'll tell you a quick story.
All right.
I'll tell you a quick story. Wait, just quickly. I the report. Ursh says when it's Christmas and Valentine's, they're nervous. I said, why? He said they have no chocolate. I remember harvesting cocoa beans when I was a boy. So
Thank you very much.
I jumped on a flight, believe it or not. I met with the Jamaican consulate people here. They said, we're going to set up a meeting with you on JamPro. JamPro I got a hold of JamPro. They set up a meeting with me and the agriculture ministry on Oak Road. I flew down there. I needed about five tons of cocoa beans. Listen to this. I asked the ministry as I sat there with them in a meeting. I said, I need some cocoa beans because Urshi said to me, if I could have someone to validate these beans, they could have me as a supplier. And they don't have enough cocoa beans. So when I went there, I asked the guys, I said, what can you do for me? How could we break a deal here? They said to me, mister, we suppose our quota is 1,500 and we don't have 1,500 tons to give away. So it's an old boys network. He said our equipments are outdated and it's the old boys network. And I said to them, is this what you're saying? We grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Here's a thirsty market for cocoa beans. So they give me some numbers to call some guys in St. Catherine and who have farms and see if we could go into the agro processing. I called the guys. I said, what can you do for me? Because I need some cocoa beans. The guy said, guess what? They're not even paying us what we're supposed to get. I have 4 acres and I'm about to burn them down. I almost cried and I left Jamaica. Honestly, that's my story. So no, it was all a joke. They weren't ready for agriculture. They were just talking. They were nowhere ready. Ready. Cocoa beans. I probably think I could revisit it, but that's why I have my eyes on Africa. Because when I went into Ghana, oh my God, cocoa beans like crazy. Right now, and you know what Urshi said to me? When they use Jamaican cocoa beans, it's so rich that some of the ingredients they don't even have to put in the cocoa beans when they make the chocolates. So it shows you what we have.
Them and see where you can get in the big market. That Hershey.
Yeah.
You know that a few months ago, cocoa was much more expensive than copper. Just a few months ago.
Really?
Yes. The agricultural commodity chocolate was much more expensive than copper a few months ago. I remember that.
Wow.
I'm a Bloomberg guy. I remember that.
All right, I go carry on. Miranda. These people must be sleeping. Miranda. Oh, she's sleeping. J Nation. Guinness. Well, there's 2 soldiers standing. Vivian and Inspiration. And go.
There you listen.
Good night, everyone.
Come on, real soldier never sleep on the battlefield. Yeah. Ian Beswick. Ian. Hello, Miranda. Miranda. Miranda, start now. All right, go on, Beswick. Go on.
Well, I tell you, it's too like you're not getting no. Yeah, a show in there.
Huh? Listen, brother. Beswick.
Hold on.
Yeah, what you say?
Hold on the party. Me hold on there. So me have 6. Alright.
It look like we're gonna
Tonight, you know get
huh? We're gonna lock down now, because everybody gets sleepy. Yeah, you
sleepy,
yeah?
Then get sleepy, man. Give me a second. I'm a van, me that side. You know, hear me?
Alright, make somebody go and talk to them already.
Are you, man?
Yeah. Yeah, Rivian.
Oh, I want to listen now.
All right.
Not more to say, but I want to listen now. Huh?
What me have to tell you, the program scripted. If it now about the people and we come with propaganda, it's like we can't reason amongst ourselves again.
Yeah.
I understand, because we don't know PNP. We them attack when we attack them. We can't find no more reason.
PNP them somebody right I say why me I bring them Monday night box and then Monday this,
everything
and Monday that. But we have to have PNP.
And you know, you have to have the person with the propaganda for we bottom and get angry.
Of course,
that's
why
we
we bring PNP in the box. We have to have PNP.
But this party, them afraid of you tonight because you not get none for the week. Believe me, tell you, sir, you not get none for the week.
Well, some of them there, but like say, man, week out and jump. Say, I'll keep that box and jump out. I mean, invite some of them on the show. Eh?
How come? How keep man nothing good to come tell you?
My boy, the same, not go drop a bomb, you know. Lawrence, you say, not go drop a bomb. I mean, I want to this